about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Built Right Furniture, Leather, and Mattress.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Keeping you informed, keeping you safe, keeping you engaged and entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 3 o'clock. I'm John Mercure. Your top story, a unanimous decision from Wisconsin's High Court.
I'm Julia Fellows, searching for a missing airplane.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, westbound 94, a little bit tight right through the stadium interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side is just a little bit slow right around 35th Street. Southbound 43 tightens up just as you're making your way through the Marquette interchange. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, a little bit of light snow, a high of 32. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a rare unanimous decision by the Wisconsin Supreme Court will allow the state's top election official to keep her job.
Republicans who control the state Senate tried to fire Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf in 2023. That led the commission to sue in an effort to keep Wolf on the job. On Friday, the Wisconsin High Court, by a 7-0 vote, upheld the lower court's ruling in Wolf's favor. Wolf was the subject of conspiracy theories and threats from election skeptics who falsely claim she was part of a plot to rig the 2020 election vote in favor of former President Joe Biden. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A man from Sheboygan is accused of abusing his dog and killing the dog, now in custody after an incident with authorities. Suspect located armed with a knife downtown and did not listen to police commands. Officers utilized non-lethal munitions and electronic control devices to take the suspect into custody. The suspect was injured in the exchange and is now receiving treatment at a Milwaukee hospital.
10 people are missing after the airplane they were on heading to Nome, Alaska, disappeared from radar. ABC's Alex Stone.
Alaska Senator Dan Sullivan says NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy will be heading to Alaska this weekend to help organize investigators and coordinate the NTSB response. The whereabouts of the Cessna Caravan are unknown. It disappeared in an area of western Alaska where the ground is mainly broken sea ice right now and rugged terrain. The U.S. Coast Guard is canvassing the area, as is a National Guard Black Hawk helicopter, and there is no sign anything has been found.
President Trump says U.S. Steel is not for sale, but is open for investment. CBS' Linda Kenyon has the story.
I didn't want it purchased, but investment I love.
The president, in a joint news conference with Japan's prime minister, says he'll play a direct role in negotiating a deal with Japan's Nippon Steel.
We're going to meet with Nissan next week, the head of Nissan, very great company, and they'll work out the details. I'll help. I'll be there to mediate and arbitrate.
Trump repeatedly referring to the Japanese car company Nissan, but apparently meaning Nippon Steel. Former President Joe Biden had blocked Japan's acquisition of U.S. Steel on national security grounds. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Former Milwaukee Circuit Court Judge Derek Mosley wants you to know more about Black history. He tells WTMJ.
I'm trying to make people understand the fact that, we call it Black history, but it's all of our history. It's actually U.S. history told from the point of view of blacks in America, right? And so I want to make sure that people understand that fact. I think people sometimes hear Black history and they think, oh, this doesn't apply to me, but it does.
Mosley will give 26 speeches across Milwaukee for Black History Month.
Coming up, the nation's second oldest sporting event is back.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 3:04.
So it's about time you spruced up your home. Nothing major. You're not looking to spend a ton, but you are looking for something that'll give your quarters a little upgrade. You know, there are a lot of things you can do with glass. Simply beveling your mirrors can do wonders. You can mill out your wood cabinet doors and replace the center with attractive glass inserts, or customize them with unique handcrafted artistry, or maybe a theme. You could even install a new glass shower door and add some real appeal to your bathroom. They're all pretty affordable home improvements, and Les's Glass Service has been helping homeowners like you for just about longer than anyone in town. You probably don't realize how affordably we can help you reach your home's full potential, but we do, and we can show you countless options. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Whether you are a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit our great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Hey, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee with deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music. You and your friends will enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 3:06.
After a 5-year hiatus, the dogs are back at Madison Square Garden. ABC's Sherry Preston.
The best in the show goes to the Standard Poop.
The last time the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show was held in New York City's most well-known sporting venue was right before the pandemic.
Your 2020
Social distancing and other considerations led organizers to move the nation's second oldest sporting event after only the Kentucky Derby to venues outside Manhattan. But this weekend, it's back. Agility and obedience competitions over the weekend, followed by breed judging, then group judging and Best in Show at Madison Square Garden next week. Sherry Preston, ABC News, New York.
I got the sounders all screwed up, folks. Sorry. That's supposed to be what the beginning of sports sounds like. Here it is. It's a sports update from the Gruber Law offices. One call, that's all sports desk. Thank you, Brandon. The new look Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. It's not expected that Kyle Kuzma will make his Bucks debut tonight, but he does have a message for Bucks fans.
What's up, Bucks fans? Scoot's here. Very, very excited to be here, compete at the highest level with some great players, great coach, and a great fan base. So can't wait to see you guys.
Coverage begins at 6 on WTMJ, and former Packers wide receiver Sterling Sharp is one of 4 former players comprising the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren did not receive enough votes.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 3:07.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
Julia, you all right over there? Are you okay?
So I've been very mission focused today.
That's a
okay?
nice way to put it.
I am. When I want to get something done, I was apologizing to John because I was emailing him to make sure things were done. And then I looked down at my pants, my beautiful pants.
And they are beautiful. They look brand new.
And I got hot chocolate all over my pants.
So
all over. And I said, that's my punishment.
So finish the story. You showed me your pants.
And
You
then
oh my God, look.
Gosh, John, look at
What
the
happened?
ground.
Yeah.
The entire hot chocolate is perfectly upside down on the ground.
So we have a counter that's like 4 feet tall in here, and it fell off the counter and landed perfectly upside down. Julia, take deep breaths. It's okay.
Deserve this.
I love your description.
This is my Catholic
I
guilt.
said to you, you're kind of grumpy today. You're kind of feisty.
No.
And you said, I'm mission focused.
That's what my brother says. Because I'm very detail oriented. I want to get this stuff. We got a lot of plans.
More than
for
anyone I know, you are a person that wants it right. Like you want it done and you want it right. And I respect that because you get things done.
It's not personal.
Brandon's nodding so hard his head's about to fall off.
Brandon, don't even get involved.
I'm steering clear of her today. She yelled at me this morning. I complimented her.
No, I did not.
He said something very nice about you.
What? What do you say?
He said you look nice today, right,
oh,
Brandon?
Because I'm wearing.
Because you're dressed up.
I'm wearing these weird 90s pants. I'm trying to get into the fashion. It looks like I'm wearing a diaper.
And you got the front tuck going like the kids are doing. And he said you look nice. And what did she say to you, Brandon?
I look stupid.
Which you don't. No, you don't.
Oh my!
You
I'm
don't.
so sorry. We have something so great for you that we're working on. You're gonna love it, everybody. Later this month.
What is it? Oh, we're gonna surprise them later.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the hot chocolate cleaned up?
Don't worry about it.
We probably shouldn't talk about that on the air. The bosses are
no
listening.
kidding.
We have brand new carpet in here.
I scrubbed it so hard my arms hurt.
You did. The show started and you were down on the carpet scrubbing the carpet. And you're dressed up. You're the nicest dressed custodian we've ever had.
It's a disaster. Don't even look over here.
Oh my God. Thank goodness it's Friday. It's Friday.
My God.
Okay. Let's get to the things that we're covering today.
This is the 3 at
Deep breaths,
3
everybody.
on Wisconsin's Afternoon News.
All right. First up, Donald Trump is going to be the first president to ever attend the Super Bowl. This surprised me. I never realized a president had never been at the Super Bowl, but he will be the first. And one of the side effects is that they close the airspace wherever Air Force One is going to be, and they close it for a big period of time. This has really come to light because the head of South Carolina's women's basketball team, she's very famous, Dawn Staley, they've won national championships, is a huge Eagles fan and wanted to fly from her team's game in Texas to the Superdome to watch the game, and she would have got there shortly before the game. And they said, no, we won't let your plane land because the airspace will be closed. All the commercial traffic will already have been there on the ground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to fly in at the last minute on a private jet. And they said, no, because the president's going to be there. You cannot be there.
Okay, well, I'm not super bummed out because the Superdome is covered. So military flyover, you don't need that. But sometimes they have the Goodyear blimps and stuff before the game.
You know, they still have the blimp when they do it which is so dumb, right? They still have the blimp when they do it in a dome.
What?
Yes,
Oh,
they always show that shot of the blimp up in the air, and you can't see the field.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 is really fun. In less than 9 hours from now, the Boy Scouts of America will be called that no more. It will be called Scouting America starting tomorrow. That's the same day as its 115th anniversary. So 2 wonderful scouts joined us in studio here on Wisconsin's Afternoon News this week. Harrison Costigan and 8th grader Lily Johnson, who created her own troop for girls. Here she is.
The troop that was part of my middle school was a all-boys troop. So instead of saying, oh, I give up, and I went to a different troop, I instead started my own.
Isn't that great?
I love her. She is so cute, and so is Harrison.
So big event tomorrow for them, Scouting of America. That's what it's called now.
Ooh, I love it. Good
All right.
stuff. Hey, the third thing is that the CEO of Anheuser-Busch wants us to stop using the label domestic beer. He wants it to be called American beer. So you have import beer and domestic beer, right? Anheuser, Miller, Leinie's, those are all domestic. He says get rid of that label. We should be celebrating America, and we should call it American beer or beer made in America. He started a letter to employees with these 6 words. I don't like the word domestic. He's now ordering all of the people in his places to change venue boards, bar menus, signage, reports, letterhead to say American beer and not domestic beer. No word on whether he wants to join Trump in calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. It is 3:14 at WTMJ. Speaking of President Trump, wait until you hear the unusual gift that he received just this week. That's straight ahead.
You can flap your wings all you want, because no matter how high you fly,
Come on, man, do the wing thing.
you still won't be able to reach our level.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Giannis. Look out below.
The Bucks flock to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
Oh, hide the women and children. Giannis goes flying to the rim.
Our Bucks radio game day coverage starts tonight at 6. We are the home of the Bucks. WTMJ.
John Mercure here for Landworks, Wisconsin. I was just hanging out with my guys at Landworks a couple of days ago. They are fantastic. Take a look right now wherever you are. If you're at home, take a look at your yard. If you're driving around, look at that green space and imagine what it could be like this spring and summer. Beautiful, healthy blooms, thriving plant life. Landworks, Wisconsin, my team can take care of this for you. They're local. They have great ideas, and they take the guesswork out of your green space with landscape services from Landworks, and they do it all. They do the planting. They do the lighting. They'll do hardscape like pavers and that sort of thing. Personalized landscape plans that are carefully designed to make your property shine. I know. They've made my property shine. Contact Landworks today at landworkswisconsin.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
The Temptations. And the Four Tops. Celebrating 40 years of Temptations and Four Tops. Saturday, October 18th at Miller High Life Theater. Plus celebrating 60 years of the iconic hit, My Girl. Tickets on sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com. Come celebrate 40 years of magic. The Temptations, the Four Tops.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Traffic and weather. Debbie Lazaga, how we doing?
It's looking good right now, John. It's like almost like Friday morning. Let's keep it up, people. Southbound 43, a little bit tight through the Marquette and onto the high-rise bridge. Westbound 94, just a little slow right through the stadium interchange itself. By the time you hit Mitchell Boulevard, you are good to go all the way into Waukesha County. Southbound on 41 is a little bit slow right from just basically south of Capitol Drive. Even by the time you hit Burleigh, you are in good shape down towards the zoo. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, some snow, less than an inch south of the interstate, and then it gets more and more and more as you head north, a high of 32. Sunday, mostly sunny, 25. Monday, mostly sunny, 30. On Tuesday, slight chance for snow, a high of 20 degrees. Right now, mostly sunny skies and 30.
3:17 on WTMJ. Happy Friday. So glad you're with us. Do you like getting gifts?
Oh, yeah.
I love getting
Yes,
gifts.
that's fun.
I love knowing the gifts that world leaders exchange with
me
each
too.
other. It tells a lot. Sometimes there's a really big attention to detail, but this one's really interesting. So Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu presented U.S. President Donald Trump with a golden pager while visiting Washington, D.C., and it represents a turning point in the war, he says, when Israel carried out a deadly operation against Hezbollah. This happened in September of last year. He's the first leader to visit Trump in his second term. And, okay, you want to know what President Trump gave?
What'd he give?
He gave a photo of them, both of them, and said, to Bibi, a great leader. But I want to tell you the story behind this pager. So it's really interesting. It's a gold pager fixed to a wooden panel.
Yeah.
If you text WATCH to 855-616-1620, you can see it. So intelligence learned that the Hezbollah terrorists, were using pagers for communication, okay? So the Israeli forces found a way to infiltrate the supply chain the maker of those pagers. They inserted a hidden explosive device inside those pagers and a tracker. So when it made it to their target, the Israeli forces sent a specific code to the pager, and then it exploded and killed the terrorists.
That's remarkable. That's crazy.
There was weird video, remember? Like one blew up in a supermarket?
Yeah.
So
wow.
They found it to be incredibly successful. So Donald Trump was gifted that golden pager.
That's weird, okay? That's like a weapon that was used to kill hundreds of people. He gave him a gold-plated version. That's weird.
It says on the words on it, too, on the golden pager that he gave, press both buttons as a nod to those tampered pagers that exploded.
I don't blame Israel for doing what they did, but to give that as a gift to another world leader is very odd.
There's a plaque underneath that reads, to President Donald J. Trump, our greatest friend and greatest ally, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know, maybe Trump knew that idea?
Maybe.
And
wow. Interesting story. Good background.
Yeah, good spy background.
For sure. It is 3:20 at WTMJ. New information on the 1-month anniversary of the California wildfires. We are live in California up next.
Where we might see someone only as a problem or an obstacle to overcome, Jesus sees a person who needs an advocate. Dr. Michael Ziegler says Jesus is our advocate, but not ours only. If he's speaking up for us, he's speaking up for others too. Dr. Ziegler talks about learning to see people in all their complexity, the way God sees them, this week on the Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Hey, John Mercure here for Vita Hearing Care, VitaHearingCare.com. That's the website. They've helped me a great deal. I have my hearing aids in right now. I can use them with my headphones. They help me answer the phone. They help me hear better, obviously. They're incredibly advanced and affordable. Vita Hearing Care has a Sounds of Love event going on right now. You can test drive a pair of hearing aids, and you can get an appointment, get your screening set up, get all sorts of stuff. There's going to be snacks and refreshments. The Sounds of Love event at both of their locations at Waterford and Mount Pleasant. For more information, check the website, VitaHearingCare.com, VitaHearingCare.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News on WTMJ.
This is really hard to believe that it has been 1 month since those wildfires in California. ABC's Alex Stone has been there literally since day one on the front lines, and he is with us. Alex, what do you find yourself reflecting on in this 1 month anniversary?
Well, there's just so much left to do, and 31 days now, and still the neighborhoods are burned out, and still people are only beginning to get back in and sift through and figure out what they have left because the fires are burning for so long that there's to get the Army Corps of Engineers in to clear it, and we've seen it in Lahaina and in Santa Rosa and elsewhere where it can take a year to clear some of the property and some of the lands, but power poles were coming down. They've got those up now. And just thinking back to homes burning and grocery stores and nursing homes, and that there was just so much going up. Today, a month later, LA Mayor Karen Bass marked this moment. She said a short time ago.
31 days since unprecedented fires engulfed our city. It's been 31 days since the Palisades was destroyed and lives were changed forever.
And, of course, Altadena as well, but Altadena is not in the city of L.A. The Pacific Palisades are, and so she's focusing on that and really on the efforts to remove debris and get the Army Corps of Engineers in to begin to clear out the burned-out homes. Homeowners have to allow the Army Corps of Engineers in. If they don't, then they can bring in their own contractor to do it, their own cleanup company, but they may or may not get paid back for it, whereas the Army Corps of Engineers will handle everything if they do want it. But today, we're also hearing body-worn camera audio from Pasadena Police for the first time as they moved in to wake people up and get them out on the night of January 7th as the flames are coming in and burning homes. And it's just the work that they did is heroic. They had to kick down doors to get people out who had no idea what was going on. It sounded like this.
Police! Police!
And many who were inside of the homes, they were elderly. They needed help getting out.
Okay, you have your car keys? Yes. With you right now? Okay.
And then, John, there were the nursing homes. And at Two Palms Nursing Home, the flames had reached the building. It was beginning to burn. Employees were desperately trying to get, it was a large nursing home, bedridden residents out. Police showed up, saw what was going on as they were going from home to home, and they got there and ran in with residents angry and confused about what was going on, and police lifting them out of bed.
Building's on fire, man. We got to go.
Yeah, go.
What's the best way?
Please, don't. I'm the armpit.
Don't. Do not have to go. Oh, God, you're going to do it anyhow. Oh, please, no.
I got you. Here, bring it down. I got you, Tom.
In those words, I got you. They put masks on all of the patients, N95s, because the air was so thick. I mean, just chunks of burning homes and burning everything that was flying in the air. And they put the masks on, and then some of the residents asked them to grab their belongings, and they got them out of there.
Can I have my purse? Yeah, I'll get it for you. Hold on.
Can I have my purse is what she was asking, and the officer saying, I'll get it for you. Some they carried out, some they left it into wheelchairs, some they brought out in their beds to waiting buses. But that nursing home burned to the ground a couple of minutes later. Wow. Nothing is left except just burned out wheelchairs, and that's all that you can really see from the building is the frames of those wheelchairs. And they got everybody out. Nobody was killed in that nursing home, and it was large, multiple stories.
ABC's Alex Stone in Los Angeles on the 1-month anniversary of those fires. Alex, have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too. Thanks, guys.
It is 3:27 at WTMJ. Time for the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. All I have to say is thank goodness the markets are closed, because as the afternoon went on, the news just got worse and worse and worse. Another down, losing week for the markets. The Dow was off today 444 points. The NASDAQ was off 269. The S&P dropped 58 points on the day. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Know the difference with Annex.
It was bound to happen. Over your career, investments came along for the ride. The first 401k, brokerage account, profit sharing, employee stock options, pension, another 401k, an insurance policy, an annuity, another 401k. You get the picture. Years went by, the collection grew. At Annex Wealth Management, we believe every portfolio tells a story. After all, we've seen, reviewed, dissected, discussed, and analyzed thousands of them. Some portfolios are like well-tended gardens and reflect diligence, patience, fortitude, and optimism. Others tell the story of being sold commission products that might not have been the best choice, maybe for the salesperson, but not for the investor. When the financial planning team at Annex reviews your portfolio, we spot what works and what might not, and then provide unbiased suggestions based on what's important. the retirement you desire. That's where the good stuff happens. That's our story. Every portfolio tells the story. Let's work on yours. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Head to AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button. That's AnnexWealth.com.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important, because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi. Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 3:30. I'm John Mercure. Your top story: lawsuits piling up for the White House.
I'm Julia Fellow. Skyrocketing numbers for a winter illness.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Southbound on 41, backing up just a bit from Silver Spring down past Hampton. Southbound 43 is a little bit tight right through the Marquette. And then you're also back on the brakes from about Lapham down past Lincoln on 4394 southbound. Westbound 94 is a little tight from about 27th Street all the way through to Hawley Road, with the eastbound side patches of heavy traffic between Hawley and 35th. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic.
Cloudy tonight, a low of 25 degrees. Tomorrow, snow. South of 94, less than an inch. North of 94, up to 3 inches. The high will be 32 degrees. Right now, mostly sunny at 30 degrees.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, another lawsuit for the Trump administration. A state attorney general filing suit over President Trump's order regarding federal funding and gender-affirming care. More from ABC's Jeff Pajula.
One of Donald Trump's first moves after taking office was to halt federal funding to medical institutions that provide gender-affirming care to those younger than 19. Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown is challenging that executive order.
It very clearly targets transgender people. It is denying them health care that is not denied or attacked for anybody else.
Oregon and Minnesota have joined the lawsuit, as have 3 individual doctors on behalf of their patients. They're seeking an emergency order from the courts to restore that funding. Jeff Pogula, ABC News, Seattle.
Flu activity has been most prevalent in South, Southwest, and Western U.S., but ABC's Brian Clark says the entire country has experienced the worst flu season in more than 10 years.
If doctors' visits are the benchmark, this flu season is the worst since 2009-2010. CDC data found that last week's number of visits driven by flu-like symptoms was higher than at any point in the last 15 years. February is the traditional flu season peak, and the CDC estimates this season has seen at least 24 million illnesses, 310,000 hospitalizations, and 13,000 deaths, including more than 50 children. Brian Clark, ABC News.
At least 2 people are dead and 3 hurt when 2 tornadoes touched down in eastern Tennessee.
A mother and daughter were killed when the storm passed over their home in Morgan County, Tennessee last night, according to the county's emergency management agency. Aaron Evans is with the sheriff's office.
Just pray right now. Pray, think about people.
This man described what it was like when a twister touched down near him.
You could hear the tornado on the ground. It sounded, it honest to God sounded like a freight train coming through the area.
One of the tornadoes had maximum sustained winds of 135 miles per hour. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court unanimously ruled the state's top elections official can remain in her post despite not being reappointed and confirmed by the state's Senate. Republicans tried to fire Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf in 2023, leading the commission to sue in an effort to keep Wolf on the job. Wolf was targeted for removal by Republican lawmakers who were unhappy with the 2020 presidential election won by former President Joe Biden.
We're watching for a band of accumulating snow crossing Wisconsin on Saturday. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Tyler Moore says the heaviest amounts are trending north of Milwaukee.
Along and south of 94, you're talking less than an inch in general. North of 94, I think 1 to 2 inches will be common. There could be isolated 3-inch spots as you head north towards Fond du Lac and Sheboygan County. But mainly as you head off to the north, you're talking 3 to 5 inches of snow up towards Wausau, Stevens Point, where the bulk of that snow will fall throughout most of the day.
Your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up. Brian Isnansky with us live 2 hours from now to break down the weekend forecast.
Football and food are the forefront for every Super Bowl.
From buffalo dip to veggie trays, people are food obsessed when it comes to watching the big game. Head chef for Egg and Flour, Adam Pollock, tells WTMJ what popular food items folks bring to watch parties.
Wings are always good. Things that can sit in crock pots are good. Things that can sit out for a while are good, where you need that halftime break.
Chef Pollock says to avoid people from getting too full,
try not to have people come over too early because, like I said, the dreaded everyone eats and everything before the first quarter's over, then you might lose some steam there.
Sean Brenda, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. It's not expected that Kyle Kuzma will make his Bucks debut. Giannis is questionable. Tip-off at 6:30, coverage at 6 o'clock on WTMJ. And the Chiefs are 1-point favorites over the Eagles in Sunday's Super Bowl. Former Packers wide receiver Sterling Sharp is one of 4 former players comprising the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren did not receive enough votes.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 3:35.
Hey, it's 620 WTMJ's Kristen Bry, and if you're looking for a new dentist, you should check out Dr. James Michaels at Economowalk Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. He has prioritized patients' needs no matter how sensitive since he began practicing in 1985. If you're due for a dental visit, Economowalk Dental has an $89 new patient special, so you can get the care that you need at an affordable price. In addition to an exam, you'll receive a gentle, professional cleaning that will leave your mouth feeling smooth and rejuvenated. We all have to go to the dentist, so do not put it off any longer. Check out Economowalk Dental Care at drmichaelsdentalcare.com or give them a call at 262-567-7224. That's 262-567-7224. Start 2025 on a good note by feeling confident about your smile and go see my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowalk Dental Care.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Death threats, therapy, and feeling like a failure. How a former Packers tight end has rediscovered a love for football 10 years after a haunting mistake. WTMJ's Greg Matzik exclusively with the story.
Good kick up into the air. Loose and recovered by Seattle.
It was just a hopeless moment. Felt really bad for myself, and I felt like I had let my team down. Felt like I failure as a player, so it was just tough to get through that.
Brandon Bostic had a chance at it.
Everyone knew who I was from that place, so it kind of made me look at myself differently. And honestly, I just felt bad.
It's a nice bounce. He tries to get it at its high point, just unable to make the play as a tight end.
With 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in the 2014 NFC Championship game in Seattle, the Packers held a 19-14 lead and appeared destined for a berth in Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots. The Seahawks lined up for an onside kick that was mishandled by Brandon Bostic, a backup tight end who was placed on the hands team only after Ryan Taylor was released in October. In an avalanche of miscues that led to the Packers' 28-22 overtime loss, Bostic's stood out because of an admitted botched assignment.
My assignment was supposed to block, and Jordy would have caught the ball, and the game would have been over.
The Packers' season ended that day, but life for Brandon Bostic took a sharp turn. He was released by the Packers as social media took aim with death threats and a host of disparaging remarks.
Just racist stuff and just things that, all the negative things you would say about a person that you thought they deserve. So they're just saying a lot of things to make me feel bad because I've made big mistakes.
In the days following the game and years after, Bostic struggled to process what happened and why he became the scapegoat for a game full of miscues.
Like I didn't have any hope in my future. Like I didn't know what was next for me. I guess it was feeling like a dark cloud was over my life at the time, so I didn't want to live like that. I didn't like that feeling.
5 years after his playing career ended, and during the height of the pandemic, Bostic sought professional help.
I started working with a therapist and started learning who I was as a person outside of football. So I did a lot of work for myself internally to figure out how to get past that moment.
Depressed and unsure of himself and his future, Bostic also fell out of love with the game of football.
All the things that were said and all the stuff from social media and how I felt after that play. So it kind of took me a while to love football again. It took me a while to watch football again or even want to be around the game again.
10 years removed from the most painful of losses in Seattle and 5 years into therapy sessions, the feeling of self-worth and passion for the game is coming back for Bostic, who's parlayed those feelings into a college coaching gig.
I saw one of my friends was coaching, and he's the offensive coordinator at North Dakota. So he's been trying to get me to get back into coaching and help. This year, I just decided, I want to get back in the game. So I reached out to him. He gave me the opportunity to coach at North Dakota. So just excited to be on the team again, excited to be around the guys.
He's also working to help others struggling on a daily basis.
I enjoy helping people, and I saw passion in that, and I saw how impactful my story was. So I just started to speak up about it and just help people.
Google Brandon Bostic's name, and you'll no doubt see plenty of references to the 2014 NFC Championship game. But Bostic would prefer to be remembered a different way.
No, I wasn't drafted. I wasn't a guy that was highly recruited. I was just a hardworking guy that came from country South Carolina and made it to a place in Green Bay. So I just want to be known as a guy that overcame adversity and a guy that was known for his work on and off the field.
Other ways to remember Brandon Bostic? Entrepreneur, mental health advocate, motivational speaker, and now coach.
I am happy. I moved on from that point. It still affects me, but I think I found my purpose again. I found that mistakes don't define you, and we all face challenges. So I think I'm happy that I know that football was just something I did. It's not who I am as a person.
If you would like this story sent to your mobile device, text the word Brandon, Brandon, to the WTMJ Talk and Text line. That number is 855-616-1620, the Sighting Unlimited Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Text the word Brandon. It's so good to see that he's doing well, that he's back on his feet, that he's carved out a life, because when that happened a decade ago, I remember the social media, people hating him, like saying things like, why don't you kill yourself? People are so disgusting. So it's good to see that he's found a way to rise above that and that he doesn't let that moment define him. Doesn't mean that's who he is. It is 3:41 at WTMJ. Hey, speaking of football, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. And even if you don't give two rips about the teams that are playing, you're probably going to be watching because the commercials. We talk commercials up next with John Laughlin. He is with Laughlin Constable, and he's with us live in the studio straight ahead.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, we profile the average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life, becoming everyday heroes. Olympic kite surfer Bruno Lobo.
I heard someone scream, and then I recognized that was someone drowning. I can use this sport to save a life, so yeah, this is my biggest trophy.
Everyday Hero, Thursdays at 6:40 on Wisconsin's Morning News, presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Hey, John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning. Better water makes a big difference. It's Guthrie and Fry. I've got their water softener. I've got their RO system. That means the water coming into my house is crisp, it's clean, it's clear. It's the best in the neighborhood. I know it because I've got Guthrie and Fry. They protect our water. It's quality products and services at a fair price from a local company you can trust. Sue and Rob are generous in the community. They train their employees up to treat your house like they're in a family member's house, and they do. Every time they're in my house, it's comfortable, it's easy, it's cost-effective. It's Southeast Wisconsin's #1 choice. It's the real deal. It's Guthrie and Fry.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
I'm Tony Drake from Drake & Associates. Should I delay my Social Security benefits or should I start taking them right away? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Your decision can impact your income for the rest of your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we help you create a strategy to maximize your benefits so you can make the most of what you've earned. Social Security is just one stop on your retirement-ready roadmap. Take the first step today. Text SS to 414-897-9522 to claim your free retirement toolkit and get a copy of my book, Get Retirement Ready. Don't leave money on the table. Text SS to 414-897-9522.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
There is no other like her. Bonnie Raitt, coming to you with her band, Bonnie Raitt Live 2025. September 16th at the Riverside Theater. Bonnie Raitt Live. Special guest, Jimmy Vaughn and the Tilt-A-Whirl Band. On sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the Heiser Automotive Group. Come in and make that deal. Visit Heiser Automotive Group with 4 convenient locations or online at Heiser.com. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Lincoln, and Cadillac. Today's your day.
Traffic and then weather. Let's get to our Debbie Lazaga. Hey, Deb, how are the roads?
They're looking pretty good right now, Julia. We do have some delays westbound 94, just about from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down right in the stadium interchange. They let up right around 35th. Southbound 43's got some backups from Kilbourne all the way down through the Marquette to the high-rise bridge. Then you're okay. And then southbound on 41, a little heavy right past Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cloudy tonight, a low of 25. Wind gusts up to 10 miles an hour. A lot better than yesterday, right? Tomorrow, snow. South of 94, less than an inch. North of 94, 1 to 3 inches. The high will be 32. Then it will be mostly sunny Sunday and Monday. Sunday, the high will be 25 degrees. Monday, the high 30. Tuesday, another slight snow chance, a high of 20 degrees. Right now, it's 29 degrees.
All right, of course, you know the Super Bowl is on Sunday, and for a lot of people, it's that real conundrum, right? Because you don't want to go to the bathroom during the commercials because you want to see the commercials. You don't want to miss the football game, so you don't want to go then, so you just sit with your legs crossed for 3.5 hours.
Thank God we have pause.
Yeah, you got that right. And I go during the game because I'm not missing the commercials, for sure. John Laughlin is with us. He's the Chief Creative Officer at Laughlin Constable. John, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk commercials. How about we start with trends? As you've looked at this, and this is your world, are there trends? Are there things that you've noticed about this year's batch of commercials?
Well, yeah, I think this year just continues on the trend. I mean, we were talking about this with the media buy being $8 million for 30 seconds. There needs to be a show, right? It can't just be your normal run-of-the-mill ad. You need to have some splash. So if you look at it, and this has happened over the last 4 or 5 years that I've noticed, is it's not enough just to have a clever, funny ad. You need celebrities, you need humor, and you really just need those like talking moments where people are going to, continue the conversation on Monday. So that's what I've seen this year is a lot of celebrities, and it's going to be, interesting and fun for everyone that's watching. I think there's like little mini TV episodes every commercial break.
Which celebrities?
Well, funny you say that. I have a list.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
We have Eugene Levy. We have Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck. They're going to be in the Dunkin' Donuts spot. We have Willem Dafoe.
Oh, because every time with the paparazzi, you always see Ben Affleck with the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, he's like sad with his Dunkin' Donuts. Exactly. And then then you have Willem Dafoe, Wisconsin's own, and Catherine O'Hara in a Michelob Ultra ad playing pickleball. Matthew McConaughey, I think maybe you guys have seen those ads as the playoffs. He was like Ditka trying to get in character.
Yes.
He's going to be doing Uber Eats. Tim Robinson, who's got a really funny show on Netflix, is doing some ads for Totino's. Then we have Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal rehashing their
when
role.
Harry Met Sally.
That's right.
Yeah.
The famous scene, right? The famous scene.
So which are they? Is it like Tostitos or something? What are they?
Hellman's mayo. So she's adding mayo to the sandwich. And Sydney Sweeney also makes a little cameo in that one as well.
You know who that is, John?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Who is that?
She's from Euphoria and White Lotus. She's gorgeous.
Brandon knows who she is, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that that's to name a few. I mean, then I'll just keep going. Shane Gillis, Post Malone, David Beckham, Matt Damon, Barry Keoghan. Seal, the singer Seal, is actually a seal. So
I bet Heidi Klum's not in that commercial.
No, I don't think she is. Yeah, that's so that's something to tune in for. I won't spoil what that ad is for, but yeah, Seal is a seal, and then Glenn Powell, kind of doing his Texas roots and doing a Dodge Ram commercial. So I mean, that's
wow.
And I'm probably missing.
Oh, is Glenn Powell that really hot guy from?
I don't know.
Gun.
I think he was in Twisters and Top Gun.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Now you and Brandon are both happy. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question related to celebrities because it seems like I've seen a couple ads, and now the celebrities are everywhere, but some companies are using social influencers and TikTok people, and it seems like the mainstream might not know who all these people are, but Gen Z and Gen A people do know who they are, and they're kind of becoming part of some ad campaigns.
Yeah, they are. I think what that group is really effective at is like the tease up to the big game, right? I haven't seen anything like with a direct influencer or TikTok star as the star of a Super Bowl spot, but they certainly help with these brands get the excitement built up leading into the game. And then I'm sure many of these brands have plans for those people post-game as well.
All right, you mentioned the Totino's ad. Let's see how this plays out on the radio. We're going to play a little bit of this for you.
Okay, great.
Thank you for sharing your Totino's pizza rolls.
No problem.
We'll miss you, Jasmo. I'll miss you, too.
I'm going to pause it right there. So I should have set this up a little better. It's like a little alien-looking figure, and he's getting on a spaceship.
Exactly.
And he's got the Totino's, and he walks into the big, jagged door, the sci-fi-looking door, and now they've just said goodbye to him, and he's climbing with the bag of Totino's onto the spaceship. Listen.
The most snackable pizza in the universe.
The door squished him.
Oh, no. What about the kids?
Unfortunately,
They survived.
That's just a part of life.
Rest in peace, Jasmo.
We didn't.
So he's stuck, and the Totino's survive, of course.
Of course. The Totino's are the star of the spot, not Chasmo or whatever his name is.
What about animals? It seems like animals come and go. Like the Bud horses were always so
Oh, yeah.
famous.
They're
There
back
was
this
the,
year.
The frogs back in the day. The horses are back?
The Clydesdales are back. Yes,
Ooh,
they will be making
okay.
an appearance.
Does that work? Is that effective?
I mean, I think when you have some sort of rallying cry, a flag in the ground that the brands can be recognized with, Budweiser's leveraged that carriage with the Clydesdales for forever. So when you can bring that back and make those horses entertaining, I remember that spot. I mean, the fact that I can still remember it, and I'm sure you guys can too, where the horse was kicking the field goals.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you can, entertain and engage people with a core brand element like that, it's a winner. And so, yeah, I think Budweiser, walked away from the Clydesdales a couple of years back, and the consensus was bring them back, please, and they did.
Yeah.
Some of the themes in other years were, talking about actual social issues.
Yeah.
I think that we're getting back to, at least this year, from what I see, is goofy fun.
I 100% agree. I think kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about how expensive these things are. Like they can't just come, like we can't just wait and watch them. Like they're all teased and pre-released. So getting to what you had just mentioned is that yes, this year seems to be a year of fun. Like because I actually have been able to watch most of them.
Because these companies, they want to be on the pulse of what people are feeling.
Exactly.
And the feeling now is, let's get goofy. Let's be like, what the heck was that I just saw?
Yeah,
I like that.
humor seems like such an important element.
I think it is. I mean, again, with the Super Bowl, it's tough. You really want to engage and entertain. And then you want to have that brand be top of mind when the viewer is done watching it. You want that top of mind awareness. So people just consider that brand when they're out and about in their everyday normal life. And the Super Bowl has that interruptive power.
John Laughlin is with us from Laughlin Constable. Can I ask you a general advertising question? You brought up Anheuser-Busch.
Yes.
So Anheuser-Busch, many would say, had a major misstep several years ago.
Yes.
When they kind of dove into I don't even know how to describe it, the transgender, the LGBTQ issue.
Yes.
The shares of their beer literally dropped. Less beer was sold. The boycott was somewhat effective. Now, their CEO comes out today and he says, you may have heard it because you were waiting when we went on the air, that he wants us to call it American beer, not domestic beer. And they're really doubling down on, we're an American company. We're all about America. Can you talk about the effectiveness and how they've tried to rebound?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about, I don't know why he's taking that conversation in that way with American beer. Everyone knows Budweiser is an American beer. To me, it's similar to the comment about the transgender influencer, right? It's a wormhole, And people went in that wormhole, and calling it an American beer, I think that's a wormhole as well.
Could it backfire?
I don't think it's going to backfire. I just think it's Budweiser. Like, just be Budweiser, you know, and everyone knows what it is. It's synonymous. Be proud of that name. And I think Budweiser will be in great shape. I don't think it's going to backfire. I just think it's a bit of a distraction from what Budweiser really should focus on. Great tasting, affordable beer.
Are there any other commercials that you can play, John?
The only other ones I have don't have really good audio. So here, do you know the Little Caesars commercial? You familiar with this one?
This is another
set it
trend.
Up for me a little bit. Tell us about the commercial, and then I'll try to play some of it.
Sure. So one thing I noticed in trends is that there's 3 separate brands this year that have taken some sort of human body feature and have brought it to life.
Oh, yeah.
So like with Little Caesars, it's Eugene Levy's eyebrows. There's a Coffee Mate ad where like a tongue comes to life. And then Pringles, like Nick Offerman's mustache comes to life. So, and it almost looks just like Eugene Levy's eyebrows. So it's just fascinating to me that these 3 brands that did not talk all have like this similar kind of idea that all 3 are going to be playing at the Super Bowl. So with this Little Caesars spot, Eugene Levy's walking around and his eyebrows sort of come to life and flutter all about as he's enjoying Little Caesars pizza.
So imagine that picture. Here's kind of what it sounds like.
All right, Little Caesars Crazy Puffs.
That's him.
Whoa!
Now his eyebrows are fluttering off of his face.
Like a little butterfly.
They're like flying away.
Is this little Becky?
They land on the baby.
Yeah, scare everybody. The baby mustache, the Fu Manchu baby mustache. Yeah.
My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones? There are bacon ones?
So this is interesting because, to your point, all these little body parts are in 3 different products. Is this a coincidence?
Yeah, I think so.
It's so weird.
I know.
Or the same ad agency that gave the same idea.
Because they're not owned by the same company.
I don't think they're the same ad agency. I think it's just this random force of nature and creativity. And, you know, you take 2 people with prominent, you know, facial hair feature or prominent hair features and Eugene Levy and Nick Offerman. It's like, what is going on?
So when do you go to the bathroom during the game?
Well,
during the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. I try to wait for those, challenges.
He threw the flag, and everybody in the house runs for the bathroom.
Yeah, when Patrick Mahomes is
That's hilarious.
flailing out of bounds, that's when I try to go.
That's a really good strategy. I'm going to have to steal that. John Laughlin is the Chief Creative Officer at Laughlin Constable. I think you're out of Chicago, right?
Yeah, I live just out on the border.
Here.
Yeah, well, my pleasure. This is easy. This is great.
Is really, really fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk to your brother and give him a hard time on Monday.
Yeah, you have like a Laughlin sandwich where we're the bread and the Super Bowl's the meat.
That's good.
Enjoy.
That's pretty good. A Laughlin sandwich.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much, guys.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Wisconsin is on the short list of states that could host a data center for the Stargate project, a $500 billion investment in AI that President Donald Trump announced 2 weeks ago. OpenAI is planning site visits next week to evaluate locations. Johnson Controls has chosen its next CEO. Joachim Wiedemannis will become the company's top executive effective March 12th. He was previously an executive with Danaher Corporation. A Kenosha County golf club and banquet center is under a new ownership group that plans to upgrade the grounds and revamp the food and beverage offerings. Bristol Oaks Golf Club will continue operating under the new owners. I'm Teddy Nykel for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
James Imaging Systems, local support, local accountability, local business technology representatives. Listen to Matheson Manufacturing President Al Leidinger.
She still checks in to see how things are going and if we need anything, so I really do appreciate that from a customer service standpoint.
Michael Quizan, IT Systems Administrator at Great Midwest Bank, discovered the benefits of working with the local team at James.
Our costs from supplies perspective went down. I mean, we're talking about thousands in a year. So we saved a lot of money by bringing James Imaging on.
James Imaging Systems client Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra on dealing with James.
They are making sure you get the full value and life of every product that you have with them.
Local support, local accountability, local people. Get it all with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris are joined by Bucks analyst Steve Novak. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
We've seen that sleep apnea bully stop breathing more than 100 times an hour. But this problem is solvable, and Advent has simple solutions that have been proven to be extremely effective.
Pella Windows Doors of Wisconsin. There's never been a better time to experience Pella in person and get all your questions answered. Visit Pella at the Nary Spring Home Improvement Show, February 14th through the 16th. Find out why Pella has the best wood warranty in the industry. Show up to the show. Check out their incredible design team with an ability to customize windows to match your unique home. I know I've worked with the custom teams out there. They're incredible, beautiful product. Professional installers work fast and work year-round. And this timing's impeccable because right now, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is offering windows as low as $22 per month, doors as low as $89 per month. Shut the front Pella door. That's incredible savings. You'll also have no worries thanks to Pella's 10-year installation warranty. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and Pella Care inspection. February 14th through the 16th at the Nary Spring Home Improvement Show. Windows as low as $22 per month, doors $89 per month, and they are the best windows and best doors in the business. Check them out at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper-Fi.
SemperFiRoofing.com.
Traffic is sponsored by the amazing Mineshaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford.
The successful Mineshaft Restaurant in Hartford is hiring positive, professional servers, bartenders, and pizza cooks. You'll make real cash. Inquire today, start next week. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
The place to get caught up, to speak out, to connect and be entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 4 o'clock. I'm John Mercure. Your top story, a final decision on Wisconsin's top elections official.
I'm Julia Fellow. Another funding freeze hitting Wisconsin.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. We've got some delays along southbound 43 from just before Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound 94 is backing up from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing down from just east of 70th Street all the way through the stadium as well. Westbound on 894 starting to see some delays now from 27th Street pretty much all the way to 60th. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, light snow south of the interstate, about an inch. North of I-94, 1 to 3 inches. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a rare unanimous decision by the Wisconsin Supreme Court will allow the state's top election official to keep her job.
Republicans who control the state Senate tried to fire Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf in 2023. That led the commission to sue in an effort to keep Wolf on the job. On Friday, the Wisconsin High Court, by a 7-0 vote, upheld the lower court's ruling in Wolf's favor. Wolf was the subject of conspiracy theories and threats from election skeptics who falsely claim she was part of a plot to rig the 2020 election vote in favor of former President Joe Biden. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Federal authorities pausing funds to install new electric vehicle charging stations in Wisconsin. According to the Journal Sentinel, the Federal Highway Administration sent a letter to Wisconsin lawmakers announcing they were suspending the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program, which funds new charging stations along interstates. This comes more than 3 years of federal agents approved for plans for a network of charging stations across the state. The freeze leaves more than $7 million in funds in limbo and were supposed to be used for 15 projects that were approved.
Several members of Congress denied access to the Department of Education building in Washington, D.C. in a tense standoff at the front door this morning. News Nation's Robert Sherman.
Let us in.
We'd like you to.
We've always been allowed in.
Members of Congress, we want to have a meeting. Were you told to deny members of Congress entrance into this building, sir?
Quite the scene there, and obviously some of the context behind all of this is that the president has vowed to dismantle the Department of Education, making it a campaign trail promise. Some Democratic lawmakers, like Congressman Matthew Frost of Florida, taking to social media, writing, quote, "They're blocking members of Congress from entering the Department of Education. Elon is allowed in and not the people. Illegal."
Amongst those lawmakers, who are all Democrats, was Gwen Moore of Milwaukee. An Education Department spokesman said the members of Congress did not have any scheduled appointments.
Yes, she posted on Twitter a video of herself trying to open the glass door, and it was locked. Meanwhile, President Trump is pushing ahead with more plans to reshape government and slash the federal workforce in the face of legal challenges. CBS News correspondent Erica Brown.
The administration is planning to retain about 600 of more than 10,000 staffers. Unions are suing to stop the employees from being fired and the agency from being shut down. But Trump says it's needed.
We have to take some of these things apart to find the corruption. We found tremendous corruption.
President Trump also said he's directed Elon Musk to review operations at the Pentagon, the Department of Education, and other federal agencies for more potential cuts. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Coming up next, lead exposure in Wisconsin. We've got the latest.
Outdoor Living and Limited News Time, 4:04.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Chief Anti-Heartbreak Officer Brian Wickert. While national headlines talk about the inventory of homes for sale being a lot higher this year, that's still not the case in most of Wisconsin. The good news is that now, even in winter, AccuNet's experienced loan consultants are already helping many of our pre-approved home shoppers become homeowners and avoid the heartbreak of losing in a multi-offer situation. Sure, you can go with a flimsy, unimaginative bank pre-approval, or you can present your offer with an AccuNet rock-solid, fully verified, and guaranteed pre-approval that also might come with the phrase that really makes sellers happy: no appraisal required. When an appraisal is needed, we can also show you in dollars and cents what it means to willingly pay a certain dollar amount over the appraised value if that's what's needed to win, which is usually a lot less scary than people imagine. Reduce your risk of home shopper heartbreak by getting started with your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval at AccuNet.com. That's ACCUNET.com.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 4:06.
Governor Tony Evers says lowering lead exposure in Wisconsin will remain a priority for his office this year. Brian Weaver, Wisconsin's lead policy coordinator, the Department of Health Services, tells WTMJ the new move works to help keep children safe.
So it is an important change in the emergency rule and the state statute. So we're hopeful that more children, as a result, will be seen and provided necessary resources.
DHS and the Department of Natural Resources are working with communities across our state to remove all lead service lines within the next decade.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Sports Desk. The New Look Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. It's not expected that Kyle Kuzma will make his Bucks debut, but he does have a message for Bucks fans.
What's up, Bucks fans? Scoot's here. Very, very excited to be here, compete at the highest level with some great players, great coach, and a great fan base. So can't wait to see you guys.
Coverage begins at 6 on WTMJ, and former Packers wide receiver Sterling Sharp is one of 4 former Packers comprising the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren did not receive enough votes.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time approaching 4:08.
Get ready to save on supplies for your furry and feathered friends at Fleet Farm's Paws and Claws event. Get a free $15 gift card for every $75 you spend on Purina pet products. And stock up on Pine Tree Farm suet cakes. Multiple flavors, 5 for $5. While you're at it, pick up 20 pounds of KT Basic Blend Bird Food, sale priced at $7.99. Stop in and get everything you need for all your pets. All at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about, in my clinic, kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. orthowisconsin.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
All right, everybody's talking about eggs. Those darn eggs cost so much money now, if you can even find them. In my store, my pick and save when I went grocery shopping last Saturday, unless you wanted the fancy brown eggs or the organic eggs that Julia gets, they were gone.
That's me.
Regular eggs were gone. They're out of there. Guess what, Julia? We know where we can get eggs.
I know.
Jackie Johnson, GKB Marketing Manager. We're trying to kiss her butt really nice here so that we can get some free eggs.
Oh, we have photos of her chickens.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with that. So we're going to bring Jackie in here, but we got photos of her chickens. She has chickens. Are you in Mukwonago, Jackie?
Yes, located in Mukwonago.
Okay. So how many chickens do you have?
We currently have 8 chickens. 7 of them lay eggs, but we also have 3 ducks and 1 turkey. And the turkey also lays eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk when it's heart of egg season. Like,
your backup.
how many eggs a day or a week will each chicken lay?
So our chickens generally lay 1 egg a day. So between me and my future husband, who's 2 people, we will have to eat 7 eggs a day to keep up to pace with our supply.
Okay, so what we're seeing is like a black and white one. And a speckled one.
Are those
and then a
all
brown
chickens
one.
that lay eggs?
If they're, the hens do. We do have 1 rooster.
Are you having babies?
We did actually. Yeah. Unintentionally.
How do you know that those aren't eggs to eat? That those are eggs that have babies?
Fertilized eggs can still be eaten. So it's just,
if you hadn't done anything, would those eggs have turned into? Why are we going down this road? Sorry, this is how the show goes, Jackie. Thanks for being part of the show. Okay, so 56 eggs just between the chickens you guys have a week, right?
Just about, yeah.
Can you sell them? I mean, this is like gold right now. What?
Yes, people do. If you drive around Mukwonago, or I would assume any other rural bourbon area in Wisconsin, you'll probably see other houses who have chickens being like, "Hey, eggs for sale," just on the side of the road, where it's just kind of like you come in, you grab, you put your money in.
Yeah.
You see those everywhere in the area. There's one close to our house. So I could, but the market's very saturated for that.
How great of mothers are they to their eggs?
Terrible.
Really?
Ours are. They're terrible.
Well, because they know you're just going to take them and eat them.
I figured it'd be hard. Some of them like to sit on all the other ladies' eggs, and it's hard
really?
to get them.
Is that a thing?
When a hen goes into like brooding, which is when they feel inclined to lay on the eggs and try to hatch an egg, they will lay on literally anything and everything. But that just happens. I don't know the exact science of it all. But yeah, when chickens do brood, they do lay on any egg.
Did you have them from babies or?
Yeah, so we get our pullets from Tractor Supply. So they're little babies and they just grow. Yeah,
how
That's
cute.
so cute.
How long will the eggs stay good?
About 2 to 3 months.
That's a long time.
Yep, and you don't have to put them in the refrigerator. You can keep them right on your
So
counter.
when we buy them at the grocery store, the cartons have an expiration date, and I think it's like a month away from when I buy the eggs. Are they just trying to make money, or are they different kind of eggs, or what?
I would assume processing of it all.
Yeah.
My understanding from the research, and I'm sorry for anyone listening, I'm not the perfect egg expert here, but from just
You're our egg expert.
being a hobby chicken owner, from what I have seen, when you process the eggs, they wash them, and when you wash the eggs, it reduces their shelf life. So as long as you don't wash the eggs, they can last a little longer.
Is this true or false? Because some people were telling me this because when I was a reporter out at farms and stuff, they'd always gift me eggs, and I'd be so excited.
Yeah.
But some people would tell me it's hard to eat it hard boiled. The consistency just doesn't work with eggs that are homegrown?
Versus the grocery store.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem.
Do you hard boil them?
I have, yeah. I've made deviled eggs before, and they turned out great.
Ooh. Do you eat a lot of eggs? Are you like, I mean, you have like 56 eggs a week. Do you give more away, or do you get egg burnout?
We give away a lot of eggs. So Jacob, my future husband, fiance, he would, when we had a lot of eggs, he would eat an egg a day, and we still would have like 20 eggs by the end of the week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So,
all right. So do the chickens have names?
yes.
They do? So
Every
they're really
single
like
one.
pets?
Yep.
How long will a chicken live?
In our neck of the woods, we have a lot of predators. So our oldest chicken, it's Jenny and Little B. She's about 2 years old, or coming up on 2 years, but a lot of coyotes, a lot of owls, a lot of
And
other.
they'll get in the coop and they'll...
Not in the coop. So
What
all of
happens?
our chickens are free range.
Oh, okay.
So they just wander around the property
Yeah.
here and there. So yeah, free range organic chicken or eggs is what I have.
Some of the eggs can be speckled, some can be green or blue or just white. Do any of yours have different colors?
Yeah, we have all different chickens with different colors besides 2, and they're both called Gertie because we can't tell them apart. Yeah, so they're yellow orangey chickens.
What's your favorite egg dish?
Probably deviled eggs.
Okay,
I
so
love
if
deviled
I
eggs,
want to
too.
have chickens, tell me the best part of it and the worst part.
They're very easy. They are very smart for how small their brains are, because as long as they know where the food and the water is and where they're supposed to sleep at night, they pretty much take care of themselves. The worst part is the amount of times they poop during the day.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Full-time job dealing
Full
with
time.
that.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You're not good with cleaning up poop, Julia.
What?
Things I thought I'd never say on the show. You don't want a chicken.
What are you talking about?
You're together. You are like clean,
I'm not good at
organized.
cleaning up poop.
Well, you don't want to clean up chicken poop. You don't want to do this.
It's all
Can
good.
you have chickens in Shorewood?
I would die. I would love.
I bet you can't even have them in
No,
Shorewood.
I don't think
right?
so. Oh my gosh, you know me. I love birds.
What does
so-
a chicken cost when you have to buy a new one?
When you buy them Tractor Supply, you got to buy them in batches of 4.
Okay.
So $10 and $12 maybe for 4
All right, so
chickens.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
My macaw back in the day was $4,000.
She has a macaw that's going to live till 90.
A parrot.
You have a macaw?
Yeah,
It's
blue and
beautiful.
gold.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now they cost even more. And she lays eggs too.
Oh, what do you do with those?
We don't do anything. I would never eat a parrot.
I mean, do you
egg.
literally just throw them out?
It's smaller. Well, I preserve some of them. I'll bring you one.
That's what I
John.
would do,
I'll
seriously.
bring you one.
Okay.
You've never tried her eggs?
Yeah, have you ever
They're
tried them?
Literally, they're like microscopic little yolks.
They could be superfoods. I have no idea. I
would
could be
try
wrong.
one.
I'd be scarred for life if I ate
So
one
you
of her
bring us a
eggs.
petrified egg, and Jackie, you bring us some of your eggs.
Gotcha.
That'd be so fun.
Let's go.
Jackie Johnson, she is the chicken lady. Jackie,
Thanks.
thank you so
Aficionado.
much.
I like that branch.
We mean that in a loving way.
Chicken czar.
Ooh, that's better. Okay. I like that. It's 4:16 at WTMJ. Traffic and weather up next.
Hey Bucks fans, it's Justin Garcia from the Bucks Radio Network, here to tell you about the launch of the Bucks Central podcast feed. Everything Bucks on demand in one spot. From sideline to sideline, hear all the ankle-breaking, rim-rattling, and twine-tingling highlights, exclusive interviews, and more. Subscribe to the Bucks Central podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts. All the Bucks content your heart desires in one spot. Check out the Bucks Central podcast feed.
Hey everybody, Debbie Loziga here for Kohler Services, my pals. Hey, if you've been putting off your bath or shower remodel, now is the time to turn to Kohler Services because they have the Kohler Luckstone Shower portfolio. Luckstone is a crushed stone material that they are able to make the material that does the walls of the shower, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Kohler Services was super easy to work with. Jason came over to my house and was able to do the measurements. He brought me samples, and right in front of me, they were able to custom design what my shower is going to look like. Are you curious? You should be, because this month only gets 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Luckstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why, through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now, the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
As a NARI officer, liaison, and therapist, I advise homeowners on making important decisions. We have our list of pros and avoid the cons. Recently, I helped a woman suffering from a case of zero curb appeal. Zero. The emotional toll was debilitating. With the directory of pros at NARIMilwaukee.org, we were able to save her home and her sanity. She clicked on the Find a Contractor tab and whoosh, she found all the best local home improvement professionals.
Hire a pro, not a con. Visit NARIMilwaukee.org.
I'm Brett Matchke, and you're due for service.
Richlawn's Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlawns.com when you're due for service.
Traffic and weather, Debbie Lazaga. Hey, Deb.
I found out that West Dallas is the only place where you are not allowed to have chickens in Milwaukee County. Just
really?
Oh, I can't Shorewood?
Grumble. I guess so. Double check with the Shorewood
Okay.
website. But yeah, I can't. My sister has chickens, so up
Where?
in Cedarburg.
Oh, Cedarburg.
In
okay.
Cedarburg. Yep. Mhm. All right. Well, we've got some delays around the area and a couple of broken down vehicles here and there, but luckily they're not affecting the ride as much. Southbound 43 is slow from North Avenue down through the Marquette. Westbound is a bit slow from 27th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Eastbound slow from Hawley Road to 35th Street. 41 right now is actually pretty clear, so knock on wood, everything seems to be rolling along okay. We do have some debris in the roadway on 43, the Rock Freeway southbound, just south of Highway 100. It is off on the right shoulder, but that's something to keep in mind depending on whatever it is. I can't quite see it on the camera, but if it possibly might roll into traffic or something, you just want to be careful. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The forecast, let's keep it pretty brief. We're a little bit late here. It's going to be snowy tomorrow. A couple of inches is likely, especially north, a high of 32. Sunday, sunny 25. Monday, sunny 30. Tuesday, slight chance for snow, a high of 20 degrees. All right, on Fridays, we'd like to do this little segment called
In Case You Missed It.
All right, I will go first. This is from Brisbane, Australia. Brisbane, Australia.
Deb's I think she
All right,
Okay.
thank you very much. I can't do the segment without that.
She was talking about something.
All right, here's the deal. You know, our Grace Stanke, she is a Miss America, right? She's a Miss America. She's in Australia. She's over there promoting nuclear energy because she's a nuclear engineer. So she's been over there. She's promoting this. She's going all around the country, and it's very controversial there. They haven't had nuclear energy in over 30 years. So she's given a speech when this happened. She was heckled. Hecklers broke out, interrupting her speech and showing her poise, which she's always shown. She was speaking after the fact, and she said that it didn't bother her at all, that people should use their voices. It's the most vocal experience I've probably ever had.
In Case You Missed It.
There's a lot of TikTok videos and a lot of TikTok lives where people are saying, I have cancer, I need help, I'm homeless, I'm in my car, can you help me with these things? Particularly cancer, apparently a lot of doctors are saying beware of the misinformation, first of all, and second of all, beware of fakers. There are people, you know what doxing is? Like when someone does something bad
Yeah.
and then they unveil everything. There's actual people that are going out in teams by themselves, just citizen journalists, so to speak, and just making sure these people that are asking this and doing these lives are for real, and a lot of times they're not. Here's one guy revealing this.
I get 2 major reactions when I tell people that I track and research cancer fakers. They're either like shocked, or they're so familiar with faking cancer that they're not shocked at all. They're like, oh, faking cancer, word. My cousin's girlfriend did that last year.
So I figured, now you know.
In Case You Missed It.
Well, believe it or not, a blind horse from Oregon receives 3 Guinness World Records.
Yes.
That's right. A blind horse. They lost his sight due to a chronic illness. They have transcended his challenges and achieved 3 world records attributed to unwavering love, support, and determination from his owner. You can check it out on the stream. That's Endo. He's a 22-year-old blind Appaloosa residing in Corvallis, Oregon. And his owner, Morgan Wagner, proudly holding the 3 Guinness World Records, highest free jump by a blind horse, 106 centimeters. The fastest time for a blind horse to weave through 5 poles, 6.93 seconds. And the most flying changes. If you ever ride horses, they do lead changes, which is basically simultaneously altering the direction of both his front legs and hind legs. So it's almost like they're skipping, basically, is what it looks like. In 1 minute, he did 39. That is Endo, a 22-year-old blind Appaloosa who won 3 Guinness Book World Records.
In case you missed it.
More than 90,000 people await kidney trials every year, but scientists have made a breakthrough with genetically modified pig kidneys.
Oh, wow.
So today, the Massachusetts General Hospital announced that they had successfully transplanted one of these genetically altered pig kidneys into a 66-year-old man, making him the 4th person to have the transplant done. So these transplants are part of an FDA clinic trial to see if these kidneys can work for people in the long term. Though this is a first of many trials, Dr. Tatsuo Kawai, the lead surgeon at Mass General, says that the doctors are constantly learning, and hopefully one day we'll have a pig kidney in us if we ever need new organs.
There's a lot of people on wait lists.
In a related story, a man from Massachusetts smells like bacon every time he sweats.
In case you missed it.
Too.
Could be. 424. Thank you, Sean, at WTMJ. Let's check those markets really quickly on this Friday. The Annex Wealth Management market update, the Dow off 444, the NASDAQ off 269, the S&P down 57 points on the day. Annex Wealth Management know the difference.
You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Best selection, best value. It's Otto's Wine and Spirit, serving Milwaukee since 1945. Employee-owned, all their locations, and they're throughout the area. You've driven by them. Stop into one. Milwaukee, Menominee Falls, Elm Grove, Brown Deer, Cedarburg, Wisconsin Strong will beat any advertised price. And hey, it's Otto's 80th birthday. They've got specials going on, and you need to stop in there. The beer cooler I absolutely love. American beer and foreign beer. That's like domestic and imported. I'm doing the Bud thing now. Why did I do that?
Domestic beer.
Domestic, American. Tito's, Aperol, your brandy for those old fashions. They've got it for you at a great price. It's Otto's.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
With the help of Less's Glass, you can have the shower you've always wanted.
Heavy glass shower enclosures from Less's Glass are installed by the best in the business. And when you have a showroom to visit with over a dozen glass shower enclosures on display, there's no guessing games. See the ultimate in frameless shower design with doors mounted on smooth as silk, stainless steel barn-style rollers. This design combines the beauty and elegance of heavy glass with a minimalist look to create an ideal shower enclosure for tight spaces. Premium shower doors and custom-designed all-glass enclosures. When you work with Less's Glass, you're working with a company that really can do it all. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com. The largest industrial trade show in Wisconsin for engineers, facility managers, and building grounds and maintenance professionals is the PFMA Plant Engineering and Maintenance Expo. Free seminars, product and service demos, and the latest innovations all under one roof.
Skip the show day lines and go to pfmainc.com for fast and free pre-registration. The PFMA Expo. Free with free parking. February 19th and 20th at Washington County Fair Park in West Bend.
So how would I describe our people? I'd say the people we set out to hire have to be smart, hardworking, and honest. Honesty being paramount of the three. Because honesty breeds integrity. And when you have integrity, you won't let yourself do anything less than your best. And that's who we're looking for. Character counts here, and integrity matters. That's why it's easy for us to offer the industry's best lifetime workmanship warranty with every roof we sell. A rock-solid warranty like ours guarantees our reputation and assures your satisfaction. At Semper Fi, we do the right thing. We seize the moral high ground and we hold it. And when you do that, you end up having a business that's going to last for generations. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
True Chicago-style pizza is thin, crispy, and cut into squares. And thanks to Connie's Frozen Pizza, you can enjoy a true slice of the city. You'll enjoy it so much you won't even mind where it comes from. Connie's Frozen Pizzas are made from the same cornmeal crust Connie's has been serving for over 60 years. They're perfectly cheesy, perfectly saucy, and they're exactly what you crave. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, loved by cheeseheads. Available in a freezer aisle near you.
Traffic is brought to you by Rejuvenix, your non-surgical joint therapy experts.
Rejuvenix. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenix.com to request your appointment.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 4:30. I'm John Mercure. Your top story, rolling back funds for EVs.
I'm Julia Fellow. Could Japan be next for tariffs?
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Westbound 894, right about at Loomis. We got the center lane blocked with some debris. Can't quite see what it is, but it is slowing down into the Mitchell interchange, so give yourself a little extra time there. Eastbound 94 is slowing down from about 70th Street all the way through the stadium. The westbound side heavy from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Then we've also got a few taps of the brakes on 43 southbound heading right through the Marquette. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Cloudy tonight, a low of 25. Tomorrow, snow. South of 94, less than an inch. North of 94, 1 to 3 inches, a high of 32. Right now, it's partly sunny and 30 degrees.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, federal funds have been pulled for a network of charging stations.
Infrastructure program is suspended. In Wisconsin, that means the state could lose nearly $7 million in funding for 15 approved projects. A memo says any plans approved under former President Joe Biden are suspended until new guidance is issued by the Federal Highway Administration later this spring. Other projects with an uncertain future include a $15 million grant for the city of Milwaukee and nearly $6 million for Quick Trip locations. Jessica Gatzo, WTMJ News.
A man accused of years of stalking behavior in Fond du Lac County is going to be behind bars. Zachary Olson found guilty of incidents committed between December 2020 to October 2022 in the town of Lamartine. Olson faces up to 44 years of initial confinement. A sentencing date is set for April.
The decades-long wait for the release of government secret files on the assassination of President John F. Kennedy could be nearing an end, with word that a plan to make documents public has been delivered to the White House by today's deadline. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The Office of the Director of National Intelligence confirms a plan to declassify the documents has been sent to the White House by the deadline the president set. But it remains unclear how soon the public will actually be able to see the unredacted papers. For years, the CIA and other agencies have warned of harm to sources, methods, and continuing covert operations if the JFK secrets are revealed. Author Jefferson Morley founded JFKFacts.org.
They face harder choices than Trump knew when he made this breezy proclamation.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
After an hours-long meeting with the president at the White House, House Speaker Mike Johnson says he is confident congressional Republicans are close to an agreement on a budget bill. News Nation's Joe Khalil.
We call this a budget bill, but the process that we're talking about is actually much larger than just a budget. A lot of what President Trump campaigned on, his big agenda items, things like border security, things like changing our energy policy, things like defense spending and tax cuts, all of that is all roiled into this one process, this potentially one bill, if not two separate bills.
Johnson told reporters that Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries seemed to be trying to set up some sort of a government shutdown. He said Republicans have been negotiating in good faith.
President Trump hosting Japan's prime minister at the White House today. The two discussed several issues, including trade. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The president, who has imposed trade tariffs against China and threatened to impose them on Canada and Mexico, says he has a problem with Japan, too, but he's optimistic.
We have a trade deficit with Japan of over $100 billion, but we're going to work that out, and I think very quickly.
One option, he said, was something called reciprocal tariffs,
where a country pays so much or charges us so much, and we do the same, so very reciprocal.
Adding in his words, I think that's the only fair way to do it. That way, nobody's hurt. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Restoring marshlands in Green Bay. The Green Bay Common Council approved nearly $3 million project to restore and transform more than 37 acres into marshlands near the Bay of Green Bay. The project is part of a larger goal to reduce water pollution in the area. It's expected to be completed in 2029.
Southeast Wisconsin's next snowmaker arrives around mid-morning tomorrow. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brendan Johnson tells Wisconsin's Midday News areas south of I-94 won't likely see much accumulation. Any snow that does fall will stick around for a while.
We've got numbers as we roll into next week, only topping out in the 20s, low 30s. We will remain below freezing and even into mid-late next week. I'm talking single-digit low temperatures and numbers likely in the teens in the afternoon, so far below average.
And your complete WTMJ 5-day forecast comes up at 5:30 when Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky joins us live.
Time for a WTMJ Sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. Tip-off is at 6:30 and coverage begins at 6. The Chiefs 1-point favorites over the Eagles in Sunday's Super Bowl. And former Packers wide receiver Sterling Sharp is one of 4 former players comprising of the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren did not get enough votes.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 4:36. Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. You business owner, I got a perfect way for you to freshen up your business. How about a fresh coat of paint? Call your neighborhood CertaPro painter. Ask about their color consultation services. I use CertaPro. They're the best. They're affordable. They're efficient. They do things the right way. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. Homeowners, this is the way to freshen up your house like we did. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. That's the guys I trust. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro painters.
Eggland's Best, the only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best, better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Little Beastie Boys on a Friday. That's how we go into the weekend on Wisconsin's Afternoon News. All right. It was a busy week. A multi-state Amber Alert for a missing Dodge County teen. A scathing report on MPS. A Buck superstar heads to D.C. and more. It's the Week in Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited.
What we do here is go.
Members of Team USA's speed skating team are ready to bring on the heat this weekend to the Pettit National Ice Center.
I think people are excited to come and test out the waters.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
There's a shadow up here. Get ready for 6 more weeks of winter this year.
Meanwhile, it was Groundhog Day all across America except for at the Milwaukee County Zoo.
It's time. Bring out the goats.
Okay, so anyway, the goats come out of their little barn.
They don't seem very startled or anything. I'm thinking it's no shadow. Early spring.
I mean, you could otherwise have determined that yourself by looking out the window.
New Year's Day, 1975, some 4 dozen armed members of the Menominee Warrior Society would storm the building, aiming to reclaim the land for the tribe.
I would kill that son of a so fast it'd make your head swim.
It's the first time I was ever under fire.
Bullets were flying, ricocheting all over the room. It was really remarkable that no one got hit and hurt.
Stockbridge Muncie Mohican Tribal Council warned members in an email January 29th that they should be prepared for any run-ins with immigration and custom enforcement agents.
Court records say 34-year-old Hank Gemblin approached 2 different officers in a fake Border Patrol getup, one in New Berlin, the other Muskego last month.
The Green Bay Packers' all-time leading scorer is officially calling it a career.
Crosby's kick is up, and it is good!
Mason Crosby played 16 of his 17 seasons with the Packers after being drafted in the 6th round of the 2007 NFL Draft.
After President Trump's 10% tariff went into effect at midnight, Beijing swiftly retaliating.
That's fine. It's fine. We're going to do very well against China and against everybody else.
An Amber Alert for a missing pregnant teenager.
16-year-old Sophia Martha Franklin has been missing from her home in Beaver Dam since 9 p.m. Sunday.
She and the 40-year-old father of her unborn child, Gary Day, are believed to be headed to Arkansas.
We do know that he's switching plates right now and putting different plates on the vehicle.
Gary Day's not a good dude.
Lone Oak County, Arkansas Sheriff John Staley says Day was convicted of breaking the bone of his 4-month-old son and was out on probation. He also recently divorced a 19-year-old.
He's a predator. He's preying on these young girls. It's horrible.
Kenosha police are responding to Bradford High School for reports of shots fired.
We're going to give the all clear. KUSD is talking to the principal, and they're going to release the students here momentarily.
The 3 finalists for Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent meet with the public today.
I am like a hawk on graduation.
How will we make hard choices? Because there are hard choices to be made.
I don't need a policy to be transparent and communicative. And I can do that naturally.
Milwaukee Health Department testing at Golda Meir and Kegel Elementary have identified lead dust and lead paint.
The 2 primary priority groups are 6 and under, and then students that have special needs.
Whenever anything comes up to us, then we adjust if we need to.
News from the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks are trading Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, and a pick swap to the Washington Wizards for Kyle Kuzma.
Middleton spent 12 seasons in Milwaukee and is 3rd on the franchise's all-time scoring list.
Very much the right move for the Milwaukee Bucks.
You look back and it's like, man, we never really got that real shot and that real stretch to really go do, what we had plans to do.
It is a surprise when you trade one of the greatest players in franchise history.
Middleton catches the ball, fires up a 3, and he banked it in. He has done it again. Cash Money Middleton to the rescue.
What a week, eh?
Setting reminder to fake your own death on March 8th. What the?
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
That is the Week in Review, brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Up next, speaking of the week, it was a volatile week for the markets, 2nd week in a row that they are down. What's going on? What does the path forward look like? Annex Wealth Management's chief economist, Brian Jacobson, with us live. Up next.
The Upswing with Jeff Sherman.
If you don't know what Buc-ee's is all about, you may think, oh, it's just another quick trip. Well, the reality is much, much larger. This is a destination much like what Oak Creek did with IKEA. So think of it that way. A huge brand coming to the state. It's about jobs. It's about economic development. And it's about moving Wisconsin forward.
Weekdays from 10 to 11 on WTMJ. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs.
Annex Wealth Management. We're going to speak to Annex coming up here in just a moment. The people I trust are at Annex Wealth Management. Boomers, Gen Xers, Millennials. It's time to have that talk with Annex. You've all got unique challenges. We all do. But they're ready at Annex no matter what your financial situation. Annex always operates as one team. The financial planning team is in-house. Same with their investment, tax, and estate planning teams. Build security with a partner on your side for unbiased advice. Their goal is a plan that prepares you to maintain your desired lifestyle throughout retirement. You'll always have a local team working on your behalf. And it's easy to meet with Annex. They have branches in Brookfield, Mequon, Lake Country, downtown inside the Pfister, Appleton, Madison, Libertyville, Illinois, Naples, Florida. And if you want to meet online, yeah, that's no problem. That's where Annex Everywhere comes into play. Financial planning at every level. Annex Private Client, Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com, click the Get Started button, and schedule your own appointment today. That's Annex Wealth Management.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy. And helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TRAFFIC25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TRAFFIC25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code TRAFFIC25.
Holtebeck Eye Center in Brookfield. That's our sponsor for traffic. Visit holtebeck.com.
Holtebeck Eye Center in Brookfield makes vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Learn more at holtebeck.com.
Let's get you where you need to safely with our Debbie Lazaga. Hey, Deb, how are the roads?
Hey there, westbound on 94. We got some backups from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. On the eastbound side of 94, backing up from 76th Street through the stadium as well. Southbound 43, a little tight right through the Marquette, but that's pretty much it. Everybody's playing nicely there. Northbound, a little bit slow right around the North Avenue curve. And then on westbound 894, we've got backups from about 20th Street out past Loomis. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Time Saver Traffic.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, snow. South of 94, less than an inch. North of 94, 1 to 3 inches, a high of 32. Sunday and Monday, mostly sunny. That's good news. Sunday, the high will be 25 degrees. Monday, the high will be 30 degrees. Tuesday, a slight snow chance again, a high of 20 degrees. Right now, it's partly sunny and 29 degrees in Milwaukee.
Hey, let's talk about the economy. What's happening this week? Look into our crystal ball, maybe a little bit for the first quarter of the year. We bring in Brian Jacobson. He is the Annex Wealth Management Chief Economist. He's one of the smartest guys I know. Brian, thank you so much for being with us on this Friday.
Oh, it's really an honor. Thank you.
Hey, Brian, I guess let's just start with this week, kind of at a micro level, then we'll maybe broaden it out a little bit. Stocks lower for the second week in a row. Consumer sentiment today, that data kind of seemed to drag things down a little bit. The Trump uncertainty, I guess you could call it, is weighing on the markets. That's my summation. You describe what kind of happened this week when you stop and look at where the markets ended up.
Well, I think you did a great job of summarizing it. We were relatively flat to slightly down with the U.S. markets here, and a lot of it was driven by that uncertainty. We started with all of the excitement at the beginning of the week in terms of the tariffs against Mexico and Canada, and those being kind of punted to March 1st. We do have tariffs going on Chinese goods coming into the United States, and that is still in place. And I think that ending the week, we had a pretty good jobs report that came in for the month of January, but that consumer sentiment number, that really did take a dip. And those inflation expectations, it seems like everybody is really thinking that tariffs, or at least the threat of tariffs, could push inflation temporarily higher. And that kind of sent stocks down a little bit here.
What are the markets like worldwide? Because we were also seeing something might be looming in Japan with tariffs.
Well, that's right. Yes. So President Trump was able to meet with the Prime Minister of Japan today. They had that press conference, and that's actually where President Trump had mentioned about having what are called reciprocal tariffs. So if a country applies a certain tariff rate to U.S. goods, the U.S. will do the same thing to them. But when I look across the world in terms of what happened this past week, we actually had a pretty good movement in some Spanish stocks, some German stocks. Those actually moved up slightly higher. But keep in mind that those have been moving down, really underperforming the U.S. markets, not just for year to date, but even for like the last couple of years. Those international markets have been really underperforming. But yeah, the threat of tariffs has really sent international markets just up and down and all around.
So it's been very busy at the White House, a flurry of executive orders, many of them related to financial issues. Brian, will volatility settle down if the flurry of executive orders slows down?
It might, although sometimes it's a matter of if we don't hear anything, we kind of wonder what's coming next. As far as we know what President Trump, what he campaigned on. And it does seem like he does want to make good on those promises. It's a question of how quickly does he want to make good on those promises, and to what extent can he do it on his own through executive action, or does he need the cooperation of the House and the Senate? One of the big outstanding issues is still, what are they going to be doing with the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that is scheduled to sunset at the end of 2025? Initially, it looked like they were going to try to wrap that up kind of early in one big, beautiful bill, as the Speaker of the House phrased it. But now it looks like, well, maybe they're going to have to do this more as a two-step kind of process, and it could play out over a longer period of time.
Elon Musk, his company's tied closely to the market, tied closely to the economy of this nation just because of his personal wealth and the things he controls. And now he has a big, big role in Washington. What impact does that have on how shareholders feel about what's happening?
Initially it seemed like Tesla shares, so that's the publicly traded company that we have for Elon Musk, where he's got a huge ownership there. He does have a number of other companies, but those aren't necessarily publicly traded, so we can't get that real-time reading about what investors are thinking about it. Tesla, the share price went from around $250 before the election and peaked out at around $479, $480 back in early December. But it's been sliding a little bit since then. It is still up significantly, so it does seem like even though he's got his finger in a lot of different pots here in terms of the different companies, and now with Doge and his role in the administration, or at least being an advisor to the administration, people are still thinking that maybe it's going to play out pretty well for his fortunes and the fortunes of his businesses.
So how bad is the inflation outlook look?
I don't think it's really all that horrible. There have been a number of studies that have been done as far as the effect of tariffs on inflation. And while it can result in a slight increase temporarily in the price level, it doesn't mean that it is necessarily going to lead to continued inflation, because inflation is a continuous increase in the price level. So if you just get a one-off increase in it because there's like a 10% tariff, then that is temporarily inflationary, but it doesn't continue on. I do think that when we look at that University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index, it looked like Republicans, because they always ask whether or not you identify as a Republican, Independent, or Democrat in their survey. Those who identify as Republican think that it's actually going to be deflationary, while those who identify as Independent and Democrat think that it's going to be inflationary, pushing inflation up towards 5%. And the truth is probably somewhere in between. It's probably going to have some effect, and it's mostly going to be this near term. If you go to buy something on Amazon, or if you try to use one of those Chinese apps like the Shein and Temu, which are two of the big ones that are trying to compete with Amazon by shipping low-value products to the United States, you will probably see the 10% increase in those prices. But
those
other
didn't
things,
have the
it's a lot
tariffs.
more complicated.
The littler ones.
Exactly.
But the president did say we might feel some pain, and that really affected the markets this week.
It did, yeah. When he says that it's going to be some pain, but it's going to be worth it, maybe that's from his perspective. I think it depends upon who you are and how sensitive you are to those price increases. Lower income individuals are still feeling the pinch of high prices, wage growth that's positive, but not necessarily keeping up with inflation. They also have high financing costs with credit cards and the such. It's really the higher income, high-end consumer that seems to be holding in there a lot better than everybody else.
Brian, I was complaining about the markets this week, and someone said to me, well, everything's on sale. You ought to buy. Well, the problem is my stuff is on sale. It's everything I own is also on sale. What advice do you give to people who are nervous during this time?
Well, we always like to look at the historical data, and when we look at what has gone on in the markets going back to, say, 1926, every about 9 to 10 months, you can expect there to be a pullback of some sort in the market, say 10% or so. And so it's not unusual. It never feels good, especially when it's the stuff that you're owning. And you also have this issue about, well, we know that it's better to be like, hey, it's on sale, I still like it. You're like, does the market know something that I don't?
Right.
And is a 10% decline going to lead to a 20% decline? We think we're going to have this volatility, but earnings are still growing. We think that the U.S. economy is in still solid shape. And for a longer-term investor, it does make sense to us to keep, just stick with it.
Hey, Brian, I wanted to ask you about something related to the Treasury. So the Treasury Secretary says with Donald Trump's blessing this week that basically they think they can bypass the Fed to get interest rates to come down, that the 10-year Treasury note is the way to go. Can you explain this whole situation to us? We all look at the Fed, and we think when they rule every couple months that will be the sole determiner on whether or not interest rates come down and mortgage rates come down. What about what the Treasury Secretary says about the 10-year Treasury note?
Well, I think there's a lot of truth to what Treasury Secretary Bessent was saying, is that if the administration is more focused on the 10-year Treasury in terms of what the government issues with the debt and what the expectations are for if we're getting our fiscal house back in order or not, that's probably going to be driving that 10-year Treasury yield. And that's more directly linked to things like 30-year mortgage rates, credit card debt, things like that. What the Federal Reserve controls is an overnight lending rate. So it's a very short-term one called the federal funds rate. And so while they can influence all of those other rates, they really only have control over that short-term rate. And what we've actually seen since the Federal Reserve has started cutting rates back in September is those longer-term rates actually started going up. And most of that was driven by expectations of longer-term inflation and debt issuance. And so I would say that the Treasury Secretary is correct, but we have to caveat that even he can't control that rate. He can influence it. Most of that is going to be a function of whether or not we can get the debt under control and people's expectations of longer-term inflation.
Annex Wealth Management's Brian Jacobson. Great perspective, Brian. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you'd like more information, if you'd like to actually hear the segments on the show, it's easy. Text the word WAN, W-A-N, to 855-616-1620. Yesterday, we had an exclusive conversation with the sheriff in Arkansas who's hunting for what he called the predator with the 16-year-old from Beaver Dam. You can hear that segment on the show. You can hear John Laughlin previewing Super Bowl ads with a little bit of audio in there. Here's how you get it all. Text the word WAN, W-A-N, to the Siding Unlimited talk and text line, 855-616-1620.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Wisconsin is on the short list of states that could host a data center for the Stargate project, a $500 billion investment in AI that President Donald Trump announced 2 weeks ago. OpenAI is planning site visits next week to evaluate locations. Johnson Controls has chosen its next CEO. Joachim Wiedemannis will become the company's top executive effective March 12th. He was previously an executive with Danaher Corporation. A Kenosha County Golf Club and Banquet Center is under a new ownership group that plans to upgrade the grounds and revamp the food and beverage offerings. Bristol Oaks Golf Club will continue operating under the new owners. I'm Teddy Nykel for MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on 620 WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, they're quite definitely the best in the business. They've got locations throughout southeast Wisconsin. They've got like 15 in the state, 5 in our neck of the woods. They're family-owned. They have specialized training in taking care of those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's and other dementia-related symptoms. They'll take care of your family. When I'm in their locations, and I am on a regular basis, I'm amazed at how they take care of those that live there, just like they're part of the family. They are the real deal. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make Outdoor Living Unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
We've changed your tires and so much more. Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
Built Right, one location saves you money.
You gotta get to Built Right today.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
Your locally owned hometown station gives you the news and what it means to you. Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm John Mercure. Your top story, all in agreement on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
I'm Julia Fellow, an independent magazine now controlled by the White House.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and we're seeing delays eastbound 94 from 70th Street through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound's a bit backed up from 20th all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Other than that, it's a relatively quiet ride. Southbound 43, a quick tap of the brakes heading right through the Marquette. Northbound's just slowing down a little bit right past the North Avenue curve. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, light snow, a high of 34. It's currently 28 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Trump administration officials are now in control of a once independent CDC scientific publication. CBS News' Alexander Tin.
For decades, health officials and outside experts have looked to the CDC's Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report as an authoritative and independent journal for CDC scientists to publish their public health research.
Now, health officials tell CBS News that the Trump administration is wielding unprecedented influence over the publication, delaying the release of research about bird flu and instead ordering scientists to come up with studies about wildfires' health risks after President Trump sought to criticize California's handling of fires in the state.
As of December, the publication had more than 147,000 digital subscribers.
A federal judge in Washington ordered a temporary pause on a plan to put 2,200 aid agency workers on leave at midnight. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Trump-appointed Judge Carl Nichols said he agreed irreparable harm would be done to some 2,200 employees of the aid agency if the administration were able to move forward with its plans. Setting aside the White House's argument that the aid agency is rife with corruption and fraud, Nichols said he's focused on the employer-employee relationship and ensuring the workers aren't suddenly harmed in the administration's effort to rapidly shut down USAID.
A search is underway for 10 people who are on board a Bering Air passenger flight to Nome, Alaska on Thursday. The plane and those on board have not been found. ABC's Alex Stone.
At times, search and rescue efforts from the air have been called off because of bad weather, and from the ground, much of the land is snow-covered or broken up sea ice. Lieutenant Commander Benjamin McIntyre Coble with the U.S. Coast Guard says the weather has hindered efforts.
It's February in Alaska, and the weather has not been fantastic.
Radar indicates a Cessna Caravan had a rapid loss in elevation and speed. Alex Stone, ABC News.
A rare unanimous decision by the Wisconsin Supreme Court will allow the state's top election official to keep her job.
Republicans who control the state Senate tried to fire Wisconsin Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf in 2023. That led the commission to sue in an effort to keep Wolf on the job. On Friday, the Wisconsin High Court, by a 7-0 vote, upheld the lower court's ruling in Wolf's favor. Wolf was the subject of conspiracy theories and threats from election skeptics who falsely claimed she was part of a plot to rig the 2020 election vote in favor of former President Joe Biden. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Acceptable levels of lead in Wisconsin have dropped again. As part of his State of the State plan, Governor Tony Evers announced that lead exposure in Wisconsin must be lowered from 5 micrograms to 3.5 micrograms. Brian Weaver with the Department of Health Services tells WTMJ both DHS and the DNR are working with local communities to remove lead service pipes.
I do know, just based off of last year, 2024, in recent conversations with the DNR, they estimate over 17,000 lead service lines have been replaced in 2024. So we're making really good progress on that front as well.
DHS and the DNR plan to remove all lead pipes in the state by 2035.
Coming up, could the Super Bowl be a health risk for fans?
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 5:04.
I haven't had anything to eat for days, and being hungry hurts.
Going without oil changes can destroy your engine, but it doesn't compare to the effect of going without food. That's why the Automobile Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee is determined to make sure no one goes to bed hungry. Through March 1st, they'll donate $1 from every oil change to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has donated over $890,000, providing more than 2.6 million meals to people across southeast Wisconsin, the majority being children and seniors. And with today's ongoing challenges, the need is greater than ever. So help the hungry while helping your vehicle. Get your oil changed by Adam Dealer Factory Trained Techs at a price as low or lower than independent shops. Visit an Adam member dealer near you.
For a list of participating dealers, visit adamm.com.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. Mitch Lyons annexwealth.com, your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 5:06.
Cardiologists are offering advice to avid fans of the Chiefs and the Eagles to avoid too much stress on your heart. Yes, during Sunday's Super Bowl. Fred Bottomer has more from KMOX Radio in St. Louis.
Doctors say it is well documented that major sporting events like the Super Bowl can increase the risk of heart attacks.
It is perfectly normal for your heart rate to go up. It'll come back down, and it'll go up all throughout the game. And that's normal. That's perfectly okay.
Dr. Mustafa Husani is a Washington University sports cardiologist.
If you notice that your heart rate stays really high and there's no more excitement going on in the game, that's sometimes when it might be good to get checked out.
Dr. Husani says the key is to breathe appropriately through all the excitement to help lower your heart rate. Fred Bottomer for CBS News, St. Louis.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The new look Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. It's not expected that Kyle Kuzma will make his Bucks debut, but he does have a message for Bucks fans.
What's up, Bucks fans? Scoot's here. Very, very excited to be here, compete at the highest level with some great players, great coach, and a great fan base. So can't wait to see you guys.
Coverage begins at 6 on WTMJ, and the Chiefs are 1-point favorites over the Eagles in Sunday's Super Bowl.
Outdoor Living Unlimited News Time, 5:08.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Wisconsin's afternoon news is on the air, broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in beautiful downtown Milwaukee. Here are your hosts, John McCure and Julia Fellow.
5:09, happy Friday.
Yes, happy
Oh my
Friday. Here
gosh,
we go.
We're so close to you going to Autos. And
I'm gonna head to Auto. I got a case of wine to pick up. Actually, it's a red blend from Spain.
are you going to take a photo of it and post it on Facebook?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, maybe a video as I go through the checkout. Ooh, that's a good idea.
John, you have to do that.
I like that.
You have to send
Okay,
it to us.
that's a
We
great
have
idea.
a WAN group text, and John always sends stuff. What was mine last?
So on
was mine
Friday,
like
we have a
Coke?
tradition on Friday. Yeah. So on Friday, I always start it usually on the first one with whatever our Friday cocktail is. And I take a picture of it.
Beautiful, elaborate.
Yeah, Michelle makes great cocktails. And then you guys all send a picture of your cocktail. You've sent fun stuff.
Sometimes.
Sometimes Deb does too.
I
Yep,
sent like
root
a
beer.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Brenda was on there a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. So it's kind of a fun little way. So I got to stop at Otto's and get all hooked up.
So maybe we'll need to drink a lot when an asteroid
Uh-oh.
is coming.
Okay.
It's called a city killer asteroid.
Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible.
Very slim chance of hitting Earth. So it was spotted in December in Chile. So a lot of scientists were there. They estimate it could be 300 feet across. And back then, in December, a 1.2% chance of it hitting Earth in December of 2032, so 5 years from now. But went up a little bit more. The chances went up to a 2.3% chance. I want a 0% chance.
Me too. Yes.
Why should you care? Astronomers say an asteroid this size that would hit Earth only happens every few thousand years. And if it does hit, here's what could happen. NASA says the impact would not take out all of Earth, okay? But something that's 300 feet wide hitting Earth would be an explosion with a 30-mile radius. So that's pretty,
Wow.
that's serious.
Yeah, that's serious.
It could range from massive explosions, fires, earthquakes, and if it hits a body of water, major tsunamis. So here's one that the NASA scientist points out that actually did hit Earth in the last century, which was 800 feet wide.
Back in 1908, an asteroid hit eastern Siberia and leveled like 830 square miles of forest.
Could you imagine 830 square miles?
That's unbelievably big.
So, again, it wouldn't take all of Earth out. The one that took out the dinosaurs, for example, is estimated to be about 6 miles wide. This one, 300 again. We have people who are tracking its every move.
But they would certainly have advanced warning of an impact if it came to that, and could warn people away from many affected areas in plenty of time. I'm not saying that it still wouldn't be a bad day if it hit, but it wouldn't be like it was hitting out of the blue. There would be warning. Well, we don't know where it could hit yet because the trajectory is really not nearly well defined enough to make a prediction like that.
So could we push it somehow in space?
Yeah.
So in 2022, a NASA craft actually tried to do that with a small asteroid off course. It was NASA's first DART mission, and it did work. But the thing is that a possible nudge, what impacts could happen in the future? Kind of like the butterfly effect. Okay, we're going to move this 300-foot wide thing. What if it bashes into one that's 6 miles wide?
Yes.
Like when the dinosaurs became extinct.
And that knocks it into the path of the Earth. Yeah,
So I don't
butterfly
like
effect.
I don't like any of that. So now it's out of sight. Scientists estimate the orbit trajectory will allow them to begin seeing it again in about 3 years, in 2028. The exact date that they believe it will come close to Earth in 2032 will be December 22nd of 2032. Okay, so they even have an exact
that's very specific
timeline. Oh, I also have an update about the astronauts
that
the
are ones who are stranded
in the ISS. Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore. Do you want to hear the estimated time when they might be coming back?
Well, we're starting to. They've had some meetings this week to try to nail down exactly how they're going to do this. And it's looking like they're going to be able to get down around March 19th. That's a few weeks ahead of schedule. Basically, it's because they're moving the next crew to the station to a different Crew Dragon vehicle to speed things up a little bit. And if that happens, it's not going to be too much longer now, we all hope.
So there you go.
All right.
Little
There's your Wisconsin afternoon news space update. It's 5:14.
Flap your wings all you want, because no matter how high you fly,
Come on, man, do the wing thing.
you still won't be able to reach our level.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's Giannis! Look out below! The Bucks flock to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
Oh, hide the women and children. Giannis goes flying to the rim.
Our Bucks radio game day coverage starts tonight at 6. We are the home of the Bucks. WTMJ.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga for Comfort Awnings. You've heard me talk about the wonderful new retractable awning the team at Comfort Awnings installed in my home. Spring is quickly approaching, and it is the perfect time for you to get an awning installed, so it's ready once the temps warm up. Comfort Awnings is a local family-owned company in Burlington that provides expert installation in southeast Wisconsin and northern Illinois. In February, you can receive a free motor with the purchase of any retractable awning or screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com to learn more.
If you're a woman looking to take control of your financial future, you are not alone. Women are leading the way in business and managing household finances, but challenges still exist. That's why Annex Wealth Management presents the Women in Wealth series every third Thursday. It'll empower you with knowledge and resources to succeed. Join us for collaborative discussions, community building, and learn about key areas of financial planning. Women in Wealth events are free every third Thursday. Sign up at annexwealth.com/events and bring a friend.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Buy one dinner, get one free tonight at the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club, including steak and lobster. And desserts are buy one, get one free. Tables are open, foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Traffic and weather. Hey there, Deb.
Hey there, John. Westbound 94, we're looking at delays from about 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's backing up from just east of 76th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange to 35th. Eastbound on 894 backing up a little bit out of the Hale interchange towards Forest Home. And then southbound 43, just a little bit of a backup right through the Marquette. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, cloudy, a low of 25. Tomorrow, light snow, a high of 32. Sunday, sunny, 25. Monday, sunny, 30. Tuesday, light snow, a high of 20 degrees. Time to recognize another everyday hero. Here's WTMJ's Eric Bilstad.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, we define an everyday hero as an average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life. Today we head to Southern California, back to the LA wildfires. There's a man named Edgar McGregor. He's 24 years old. He lives in Altadena. He's a climatologist. He went to school for meteorology, and he runs a Facebook page that provides hyper-local forecasts. So he's got quite a following, residents who keep tabs on the weather thanks to him in their specific area. So before the wildfires began last month, McGregor was watching the winds and the wind conditions very closely. He was posting updates on his Facebook page with observations, wind gust information, etc., and it got to a point when he knew that the conditions were fueling the fire enough and were going to push them to his neighborhood. He had to act.
If you live between Eaton Wash and Allen Avenue, you need to be packing your car immediately. Don't wait.
I stood in the middle of my street at home, filmed myself with the mountains on fire behind me, and told people, this is serious. Get your social security cards, get the deed to your home, get out.
Because this is imminent. Do not wait for an official evacuation notice. If you think you should leave, get out. Get out.
And it worked. The neighborhood heeded his warning.
Well, he definitely saved my family's life. We all listened to him.
This woman chatting with CBS News.
Everybody in the beautiful Altadena group is alive because of Edgar right now.
She was overwhelmed with emotion when she got to meet McGregor for the first time afterward.
I'm so appreciative of you.
Thank you.
And you saved my family and you saved so many people.
Thank you, Edgar McGregor, for having the wherewithal to warn the neighborhood to save lives. You, sir, are an everyday hero. Everyday Hero is sponsored by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care. Eric Bilstad, WTMJ News.
It is 5:19 at WTMJ.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Valentine's Day is almost here. Hey, guys, don't forget your sweetheart. What are you, nuts? It's Don Merck here. Let me give you a couple ideas here. I highly recommend this. Dinner at the Mine Shaft in Hartford, celebrating 50 years of super affordable meals this Valentine's Day. The ribeye steak with stuffed shrimp, super salad, potato, and a sweet slice of cheesecake is $52.99 for 2 dinners. What a value. Celebrate with an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, a cold brew, a glass of wine. That is just perfect. This Valentine's Day, the all-you-can-eat fish fry is $7.99. The full menu is also available, so don't pay for an overpriced Valentine's Day dinner. The Mine Chef steak dinner with dessert is just $52.99, and that's for 2 dinners. 1, 2. The all-you-can-eat Wednesday, Friday fish fry, $7.99, serving from 11 a.m. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh. Lots of seating, lots of close parking. Call and reserve today. Tables will fill quickly for Valentine's Day. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Team up with the Brewers for an epic company event this season. Gather your crew of just 15 or more for a Brewers group outing and trade weekday meetings for a fun-filled day at American Family Field. Featuring options like tailgate spaces, all-inclusive areas, seating blocks, and more. Plus, Brewers ticket representatives will make planning your event easy, as they'll be your concierge while you book your event. Start planning your company outing today at brewers.com/groups.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You've been dealing with it forever, right? That ankle pain or the back or knee pain. It was a nuisance at first, and you kind of just put up with it. Now it's nearly debilitating for you, and it's affecting everything you do. It's time to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that pain that's always just kind of been there. You don't even remember how long it's been now. Call QC Kinetics. Groundbreaking treatments for arthritis pain, long-term relief. It is possible. Joint pain doesn't get better with time. So before it's absolutely debilitating, see if you're a candidate for this life-changing regenerative treatment. No painkillers, no surgery, no downtime. QC Kinetics regenerative treatments are sweeping the nation. Patients right here in southeast Wisconsin. They have a location in Mequon and another in Greenfield. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. And if it's easier on your schedule, they're even open on Saturdays. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on WTMJ.
Hey, Super Bowl Sunday means a lot of betting, and not just on the football game. There's a series of prop bets you can make. These are the fun little bets that are mostly not related to football. We thought it would be fun if Julia, Debbie, and I made some imaginary prop bets, and Brandon's going to keep score. He's going to be the game show host, and then we'll kind of walk through it on Monday. All right. Ready to do this, Brandon?
Absolutely. Let's get it rolling. So the big game officially here with a 5:30 kickoff on Sunday. Would you call that afternoon? I guess that's evening, I suppose. The prop bets are some of the most bet on topics, and as of today, that is no different here on Wisconsin's Afternoon News. I'm going to give you guys 5 or so prop bets, given the time that we have.
All right.
And there's some fun ones, some that, you'll make you think a little bit. And I want you to compete against each other. So we're going to keep score. The winner will receive absolutely nothing. You're not going to win anything, but maybe some bragging rights on Monday, I
Julie's
suppose.
talking trash already.
John, I got to do it, though. Ladies go first. So Julia and Debbie, they'll be first to go. Some of these questions will have, you can have multiple choice. There'll be a over or under, and it'll give you some odds. So I can give you the odds as well. Are you guys all ready?
Yeah. We got
Go for it.
our sheets of paper.
All right. Here is prop number 1. Will Taylor Swift be shown during the national anthem?
Oh, that's very specific. Okay. What do you think?
Julia, I'll let you go first.
No.
You say no. Debbie?
I'm going to say no.
Debbie says no. And John?
I want to be the contrarian, but I'm also going to say no. I don't think they do that to whoever. I don't even know who's singing it.
All right, so we're going no across the board.
We need the crying athletes that are so proud that they're there. That
That's
worked
bold.
so hard to get to this point.
All right, let's do the national anthem. Speaking of, will the national anthem be under or over 120.5 seconds? The national anthem over 120.5.
Who's singing it?
I thought we couldn't do that, Brandon.
They put that one back on the board? Remember, they took it off the board?
It was of recently.
Do we know who's singing it?
John Baptiste. So he did it.
Okay.
He did it.
You don't know who that
I
is.
don't. I don't know who that is either. During the U.S. Open in 2017, he was under 120 seconds when he did it for the NBA All-Star Game in 2017, but he went over 120
it's
seconds.
a tough one. All right, Deb, what do you think? You get to go first.
I'm going to say over.
Okay, Deb says over.
Yeah, you wanna really stretch it out and peacock it, So I'm gonna say over.
Julia's over.
I think he's going to be so nervous because it's the most people he's ever sung it in front of that he's going to rush it a little bit. I'm going under.
Okay, he's going to go under. All right, let's go to the Gatorade.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
This is always a fun one. So let me see if I can find it. What color liquid will be poured on the winning coach? What color Gatorade will be poured on the winning coach?
Blue.
Well, kind of depends on who wins, right?
If it's
Maybe.
the Chiefs, it's blue.
Maybe, Debbie. Maybe not.
You guys are guessing without even choices. You're awesome.
No, I already know that the last time they had blue Gatorade on.
All right, Julia confidently says blue.
She says blue. I got her down. It's too late now. Can't erase pen.
I love yellow.
Deb, what do you think? Are you giving us choices, or we don't get choices?
I can give you.
No,
the
all right.
odds.
Julie didn't have a choice.
No,
so.
no. Give them choices.
So from this color that I'm going to name all the way down, this is from the best to the worst: purple, yellow, blue, orange, red, or water. Water is the worst odds right now.
Or was that?
I'm going to say orange.
Or was that purple?
Debbie says orange.
Oh, I don't know if I did the right choice.
Give me the choices one more time, please. Blue.
Purple, yellow.
All right, never mind. I'm going purple.
He's going with the best odds.
All
right, let's have some fun with this one. This will probably be our last one. What color tie will Tom Brady, who is calling the game for Fox Television, what color tie will Tom Brady's tie be?
Well,
choices.
You want odds again? Okay, here we go. From best to worst.
Red, orange, yellow, green.
Blue, gray. He won't wear a tie. Red, black, green, pink, or yellow.
Pink.
Pink.
Julia says pink. I like that one.
I'm going to say gray because I was going to say silver. That's
Debbie
the closest.
says gray. And John?
I'm going red.
You're going red.
Patriots colors. And Chiefs colors. Is he secretly cheering for Patrick Mahomes?
Do we have time to squeeze in
one more really quick?
Quickly one. Okay. Will the first play be a run or a pass? So this is a run or a pass. Run is the favorite. Pass is not the favorite. So we'll make this one quick. Run or pass. First play, Julia.
Pass.
She says pass.
Run.
Run. And John.
Pass.
Pass.
All right. Let's go.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
I don't like. I'm not even winning anything.
Monday.
I don't like betting on stuff. It gets me too.
Well, I know, but
these are the biggest bets you just
anything.
made of your life. Julia.
I know, but I get so.
Monday. We'll
no
reveal
pressure.
The results on Monday. Time for the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Everything in the red. The Dow is off 444 today. The NASDAQ down 269. The S&P was off 58 points. Annex Wealth Management, know the difference.
Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, a weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market, how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. Sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. Joining me today, Jeff Salazinski. He's Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, the market is still challenging for buyers today. We've talked before, businesses tend to renew insurance policies either Q4 or January 1st. Tell us a little more about what those challenges entail today.
Sure, Vince. Thanks. It's great to be here again. A few factors are defining this market for commercial insurance buyers right now. Some rates are up, like auto insurance, umbrella insurance, and property coverage. Some rates are headed down, like workers' compensation and cybercrime coverage. And insurance companies continue to be very disciplined in their approach to underwriting.
So, Jeff, what else is going on?
Another important factor is guidance and communication about how to navigate all of these market conditions. We talk to many businesses that still have not heard word one from their agent or broker. They're concerned about making an uninformed decision. Buyers know that clock is ticking. Or, if they have been contacted, they still feel uninformed about what's happening in the market today or have been just provided a renewal premium amount, and that's it.
So what's the message then, Jeff? Say you have an upcoming renewal in December or January.
There's still time to work with R&R, Vince. Our process looks like this. We inform you of where the opportunities are in today's market. We work with you to prepare your file to best position your company for selection and pricing by an underwriter. And R&R can get multiple companies competing for your account.
So why else should a business work with R&R Insurance?
Vince, business owners shouldn't settle for poor service. It'll cost you nothing to sit down and talk to R&R Insurance. If you're looking for a better insurance buying experience, we'd love to sit down and speak with you. At R&R Insurance, we know business insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Wisconsin's afternoon news on Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio WTMJ.
It's 5:30. I'm John Mercure. Your top story: suing a sanctuary city over immigration.
I'm Julia Fellow. Less vaccinations and more illnesses.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, and we've got a pretty good ride shaping up, believe it or not. Southbound 43 and northbound, nice and clear right now. Southbound 41, a little tight right past Capitol. Eastbound's going to be our probably worst spot, but it's not even that bad. It's just east of 84th Street. Starts to slow down all the way to about 27th, the westbound side, from 35th Street to about Hawley Road. So overall, we're looking pretty good. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 25. Light snow tomorrow. More accumulations north, a high of 34 degrees. Right now it's 28 degrees.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, President Trump says the U.S. will have relations with North Korea. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
The president said he plans to enhance his personal relationship with North Korea's Kim Jong-un.
The Prime Minister and I will be working closely together to maintain peace and security, and I also say peace through strength.
Trump was speaking at a joint news conference with the visiting Prime Minister of Japan, who described U.S. engagement with North Korea as positive. The president spoke as North Korean troops continue to bolster Russian troops in Russia's war against Ukraine. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
The CDC reports that about 10% of all outpatient visits in the country this month were people that had the flu. CBS News national correspondent Janet Shamalian.
Doctors say that vaccine hesitancy is playing a role in some of this. It's been part of the political discourse for a while now. A lot of parents do not think it's safe. They wonder about long-term effects for their children. They think that's part of the reason, not the sole reason, but part of the reason that flu is more widespread this year.
Last time flu levels were this high was in 2009.
The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association is reviewing eligibility rules. This comes after the Trump administration's executive order banning transgender women from competing in women's sports. In a statement today, WIAA Executive Director Stephanie Hauser says the organization will follow the law and support member schools with any necessary policy updates.
Federal funds pulled for a network of charging stations.
The National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program is suspended. In Wisconsin, that means the state could lose nearly $7 million in funding for 15 approved projects. A memo says any plans approved under former President Joe Biden are suspended until new guidance is issued by the Federal Highway Administration later this spring. Other projects with an uncertain future include a $15 million grant for the city of Milwaukee and nearly $6 million for Quick Trip locations. Jessica Gatzo, WTMJ News.
The Justice Department is suing the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois over their sanctuary laws and policies. Governor J.B. Pritzker is vowing to fight the lawsuit.
As they come and try to attack the state of Illinois, and that's what they're doing. You know, the lawsuits are against laws on the books in Illinois. I mean, unlike Donald Trump, we follow the law in Illinois.
Governor Pritzker said he looks forward to seeing the Trump administration in court.
Farm fresh eggs may become all the rage thanks to bird flu.
Bird flu has left egg prices up while supplies go down.
Extremely concerning.
The DNR's Jasmine Batten.
There's been enough chickens impacted that egg supply is low.
Which could lead to more interest in farm fresh eggs.
Out here in McGonigle, there's a handful of houses that sell their eggs on the side of the road.
Good Karma Brands marketing manager Jackie Johnson tells Wisconsin's Morning News a chicken will typically lay one egg a day, and she says the fresher the egg, the longer they last.
A fresh egg that you get from your own chicken can last up to 3 months, and you don't have to refrigerate them.
Eric Bilstad, WTMJ News.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Bucks take the floor tonight in Atlanta against the Hawks. And guess what? Kyle Kuzma will play. He'll make his Bucks debut tonight. Giannis is officially listed as out. Tip-off at 6:30, coverage at 6. And former Packers wide receiver Sterling Sharp is one of 4 former players comprising the 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Former Packers head coach Mike Holmgren did not receive enough votes.
Outdoor Living Limited News Time, 5:35.
Hey, it's 620 WTMJ's Kristen Bry, and if you're looking for a new dentist, you should check out Dr. James Michaels at Economowalk Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. He has prioritized patients' needs no matter how sensitive since he began practicing in 1985. If you're due for a dental visit, Economowalk Dental has an $89 new patient special, so you can get the care that you need at an affordable price. In addition to an exam, you'll receive a gentle, professional cleaning that will leave your mouth feeling smooth and rejuvenated. We all have to go to the dentist, so do not put it off any longer. Check out Economowalk Dental Care at drmichaelsdentalcare.com or give them a call at 262-567-7224. That's 262-567-7224. Start 2025 on a good note by feeling confident about your smile and go see my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowalk Dental Care.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, we profile the average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life, becoming everyday heroes. Olympic kite surfer Bruno Lobo.
I heard someone scream, and then I recognized that was someone drowning. I can use this sport to save a life, so yeah, this is my biggest trophy.
Everyday Hero, Thursdays at 6:40 on Wisconsin's Morning News, presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
Wisconsin's Afternoon News on WTMJ.
Hey, let's talk Starbucks a little bit here, because Starbucks has something very interesting going on. A couple of things I wanted to ask you your opinion on Starbucks. The first is that on Monday, they're saying, hey, the Monday after the Super Bowl is a Monday where everybody's dragging a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not feeling
this is a
great.
Hot tip.
So they've announced that on Monday, if you're a Starbucks reward member, you get free coffee. They're calling it Starbucks Monday, saying everybody after the big game needs a little pick-me-up the next day. If you're a member of the rewards program, you can stop in for a free tall, hot, or iced brew coffee at any time.
That's small.
I was going to ask you that. That's small, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get a baby coffee.
Like a little Pike Place.
For free.
Just regular coffee.
All right. Well, it's, yeah, regular coffee.
Better than nothing. I'll take it.
Tall, hot, or iced.
Do you use the rewards?
No, but I think this might be the impetus to sign up. That's why they're doing this.
Because when you get stars, that's
and it's
point.
free to join, right?
Yeah, but you have to load it with a credit card, a certain amount of money, at least $10 each time. And then
you do? So you don't just join for free. Like you sign up for a Pick and Save, you just for free get the card.
Well,
Starbucks
in order
isn't like
for
that.
you to pay, you have to put your credit card amount onto the thing, and then it will scan.
Gotcha.
And then you get stars. There's double stars on Tuesdays.
I use mine every day. I
Yeah.
highly recommend it.
Yeah.
If you use the gift card, like Julia's talking about, you get double the stars per your order. So if you have a $6 order, you get 12 stars.
Yeah. I don't go to Starbucks. Michelle, we have a beautiful coffee station at home. Michelle makes me coffee. Starbucks is too expensive.
Makes you coffee, makes you cocktails.
I know.
Makes
Life
you look
is good.
better.
Life is
Can I
good.
be
Well, it's
married
just,
to
I'm
Michelle?
cheap. Yes, you can.
I want to be married to Michelle.
Okay, here's the other thing, though. Want to get your guys' opinion on this because you're both Starbucks people. So Starbucks is bringing back the little writing messages on the cup thing. Let me give you a little bit of background here. They had in the past, before the pandemic, they would write a little heart or thanks a latte or matcha made in heaven. They might draw a little bumblebee. They drew on the cups, right, along with people's names. As part of their strategy to humanize the global chain and to become warmer again to people, and they say to be more like a coffee shop and less like just a drive-through, they're telling their baristas, they're instructing employees to write simple, personalized messages on cups, affirmations, well wishes, hello again if it's somebody you see again, maybe a little dog if you're artistic or a flower. Long-standing practice went away early in the pandemic in 2020, and they never brought it back. And they say they think that was a mistake. What do you guys think? Oh, my God, you drew a little parrot like your bird.
So fast. I can do that really
Yeah,
fast.
that's really fast.
I think people ruined it to begin with, and I'm sticking up for the Starbucks employees here. Oh, I got a cup of coffee. I'm going to post this picture. They spelt my name wrong, so I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that this Starbucks. Like, shut up. Like, it's a tough job. Like,
that's not cool.
So now you're not writing the name. You're going to make a little bird.
And they're constantly busy, too. Like, Starbucks is, so it's another thing for their employees to kind of have
So
to
this
do.
is the biggest thing. The employees are really complaining.
They'll pre-do it.
And the employees are saying that writing out a message on every cup will slow down the process. They also, a handful that they interviewed for the article I'm reading, say it's a forced way to build connections with customers. They say that we should be able to write on if we want to, but it shouldn't be mandated. And Starbucks is basically telling them you should write on each cup. The employees are saying if you want to bring it back, that's fine, but don't make us do it. I'd never thought about this either. Julie, has this ever happened to you or Brandon? Customers have complained in the past and put on social media that they think that employees are flirting with them.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
People are ruining it for everybody.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
what it is.
like they draw little
are
hearts.
These dudes, like if you're over friendly to a dude, they think that you're flirting or something like that?
I think it's
Or is it
it's
chicks?
worked the other. Well, I guess it could be both, right? But they're saying that the employees are flirting with certain customers
Like
by
your-
what they write on the cup.
Ooh, that's a really good way to, write your phone number down on the thing.
Ooh, how about that? Starbucks employees writing their phone number down. Yeah. call me.
Does Michelle write you messages on your cup?
No, but that's a great idea, Brandon. If she was married to Julia, she might.
Leave her
I was just wondering. Michelle's a wonderful woman. I met her last week.
That's a good idea, actually. Like maybe, so I take mine in like a Yeti or a cup you use over and over. She could put a sticky note on there.
Why don't you put notes on hers?
Okay. You want to know something?
The night before.
I've never talked about this on the air. So I usually make the lunches in the morning. I bring my lunch almost every day. And for Michelle's, I always write a little note, and I always write something a little punny. I try to make it funny or smiley, or I do a little drawing, and every day I put the sticky note on her lunch.
That's
Secret to Marriage by John
Yeah, it's a way that I feel like we connect in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
and it makes her smile. And the other day I went to clean her dishes out from her little lunch bag that she takes, and there are like 50 of the notes in there. They're all piled up in the bottom of the bag.
So you didn't throw it out, right?
Yeah, right. So she keeps them.
You didn't throw it out.
No, I'm going to take them and just recycle them.
No, but she's saving them.
Isn't that nice?
Adorable.
It's 5:42 at WTMJ.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Connect Chiropractic, voted Milwaukee's top chiropractor by Milwaukee Journal Sentinel readers. They are the best in the business. They're in Tosa. They're in Delafield. They help with headaches, sleep concerns, neuropathy, a long-term care focus on total wellness. No twisting, cracking, popping. Not at Connect Chiropractic. Dr. Alex and his team will take good care of you. Connect has locations in Tosa and Delafield. Easy to get to, very thorough. Focus on wellness care and helping people do the things they want. I'm there every single Thursday and feel better for it. It's Connect Chiropractic.
The Upswing with Jeff Sherman.
If you don't know what Buc-ee's is all about, you may think, oh, it's just another quick trip. Well, the reality is much, much larger. This is a destination much like what Oak Creek did with IKEA. So think of it that way. A huge brand coming to the state. It's about jobs. It's about economic development. And it's about moving Wisconsin forward.
Weekdays from 10 to 11 on WTMJ. Presented by Horicon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs.
Visit the Eleanor Room, your charming downtown Greendale neighborhood retreat with sophisticated small plates and shareables, touting top-shelf tequila, craft cocktails, and curated beer and wine. Stop in for locally minded lunch, dinner, and late-night lounging. Enjoy weekend brunch or reserve a tasting table offering a menu uniquely created by their executive chef. The Eleanor Room is the perfect destination for your Valentine's dinner, offering their regular menu plus crab legs and lobster tails all weekend long, February 14th through the 16th. Make a reservation at eleanorroom.com.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You want to know the price of a new roof on your home today? Well, it's easy. Just go to TriCountyContractingWI.com, click on the Instant Roof Quote button, put in your address and email, click the Show My Roof Price, and there you go. 0 wait time. There's your quote. You shop online for everything else. Who says you can't shop online for a new roof? TriCountyContractingWI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and windows. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Traffic is sponsored by St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores. Highway 100 and Layton Avenue in Greenfield. 23rd and Lincoln and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee. Great bargains and a great cause. You're gonna love it. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
Men's wedding bands made from whiskey barrels and meteorites.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Let's check those roads. Hey, Deb.
Hey there, looking good right now. Eastbound 94 is really the main area of delays from 84th Street all the way to about 35th. Westbound's cleared up nicely. A little bit heavy eastbound 894 as well, heading right past Forest Home and then again past Loomis. Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
All right, of course, you know the Super Bowl is on Sunday, and for a lot of people, it's that real conundrum, right? Because you don't want to go to the bathroom during the commercials because you want to see the commercials. You don't want to miss the football game, so you don't want to go then, so you just sit with your legs crossed for 3.5 hours.
Thank God we have pause.
Yeah, you got that right. And I go during the game because I'm not missing the commercials. John Laughlin is with us. He's the Chief Creative Officer at Laughlin Constable. John, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk commercials. How about we start with trends? As you've looked at this, and this is your world, are there trends? Are there things that you've noticed about this year's batch of commercials?
Well, yeah, I think this year just continues on the trend. I mean, we were talking about this with the media buy being $8 million for 30 seconds. There needs to be a show, right? It can't just be your normal run-of-the-mill ad. You need to have some splash. So if you look at it, and this has happened over the last 4 or 5 years that I've noticed, is it's not enough just to have a clever, funny ad. You need celebrities, you need humor, and you really just need those like talking moments where people are going to continue the conversation on Monday. So that's what I've seen this year is a lot of celebrities, and it's going to be interesting and fun for everyone that's watching. I think there's like little mini TV episodes every commercial break.
Which celebrities?
Well. Funny you said I have a list.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
We have Eugene Levy. We have Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck. They're going to be in the Dunkin' Donuts spot. We have Willem Dafoe.
Oh, because every time with the paparazzi, you always see Ben Affleck with the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, he's like sad with his Dunkin' Donuts, exactly. And then then you have Willem Dafoe, Wisconsin's own, and Catherine O'Hara in a Michelob Ultra ad playing pickleball. Matthew McConaughey, I think maybe you guys have seen those ads as the playoffs. He was like Ditka, trying to get in character.
Yes.
He's going to be doing Uber Eats. Tim Robinson, who's got a really funny show on Netflix, is doing some ads for Totino's. Then we have Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal rehashing their
when
role.
Harry Met Sally.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
The famous scene, right? The famous scene.
So which are they? Is it like Tostitos or something? What are they?
Hellman's mayo. So she's adding mayo to the sandwich. And Sydney Sweeney also makes a little cameo in that one as well.
You know who that is, John?
No, I don't. Who is that?
She's from Euphoria and White Lotus. She's gorgeous.
Brandon knows who she is, of course. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's to name a few. I mean, then I'll just keep going. Shane Gillis, Post Malone, David Beckham, Matt Damon, Barry Keoghan. Seal, the singer Seal, is actually a seal. So
I bet Heidi Klum's not in that commercial.
No, I don't think she is. Yeah, that's so that's something to tune in for. I won't spoil what that ad is for, but yeah, Seal is a seal, and then Glenn Powell, kind of doing his Texas roots and doing a Dodge Ram commercial. So I mean that's
wow.
And I'm probably missing.
Oh, is Glenn Powell that really hot guy from?
I don't know.
Gun.
I think he was in Twisters and Top Gun.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Now you and Brandon are both happy. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question related to celebrities because it seems like I've seen a couple ads, and now the celebrities are everywhere. But some companies are using social influencers and TikTok people, and it seems like the mainstream might not know who all these people are, but Gen Z and Gen A people do know who they are, and they're kind of becoming part of some ad campaigns.
Yeah, they are. I think what that group is really effective at is like the tease up to the big game, right? I haven't seen anything like with a direct influencer or TikTok star as the star of a Super Bowl spot, but they certainly help with these brands get the excitement built up leading into the game. And then I'm sure many of these brands have plans for those people post-game as well.
All right, you mentioned the Totino's ad. Let's see how this plays out on the radio. We're going to play a little bit of this for you.
Okay, great.
Thank you for sharing your Totino's pizza rolls.
No problem.
We'll miss you, Jasmo.
I'll miss you, too.
I'm going to pause it right there. So I should have set this up a little better. It's like a little alien-looking figure, and he's getting on a spaceship.
Exactly.
And he's got the Totino's, and he walks into the big, jagged door, the sci-fi-looking door, and now they've just said goodbye to him, and he's climbing with the bag of Totino's onto the spaceship. Listen.
The most snackable pizza they
The door squished him.
Oh, no. What about the kids?
Fortunately,
they survived.
That's just a part of life.
Rest in peace, Jasmo.
We didn't.
So he's stuck, and the Totino's survive, of course.
Of course. The Totino's are the star of the spot, not Chasmo or whatever his name is.
What about animals? It seems like animals come and go. Like the Bud horses were always so famous.
They're back this year.
The frogs back in the day. The horses are back?
The Clydesdales are back. Yes, they will be making an appearance.
Does that work? Is that effective?
I mean, I think when you have some sort of rallying cry, a flag in the ground that the brands can be recognized with, Budweiser's leveraged that carriage with the Clydesdales for forever. So when you can bring that back and make those horses entertaining, I remember that spot. I mean, the fact that I can still remember it, and I'm sure you guys can too, where the horse was kicking the field goals.
Yeah.
I mean, like when you can, you know, entertain and engage people with the core brand element like that, it's a winner. And so, yeah, I think Budweiser, walked away from the Clydesdales a couple of years back, and the consensus was bring them back, please, and they did.
Yeah.
Some of the themes in other years were, you know, talking about actual social issues.
Yeah.
I think that we're getting back to, at least this year, from what I see, is goofy fun.
I 100% agree. You know, I think kind of going back to what I was saying earlier about how expensive these things are. Like they can't just come, like we can't just wait and watch them. Like they're all teased and pre-released. So getting to what you had just mentioned is that yes, this year seems to be a year of fun. Like because I actually have been able to watch most of them.
Because these companies, they want to be on the pulse of what people are feeling.
Exactly.
And the feeling now is, let's get goofy. Let's be like, what the heck was that I just saw? I like that.
Humor seems like such an important element.
I think it is. I mean, again, you know, with the Super Bowl, it's tough. You really want to engage and entertain. And then you want to have that brand be top of mind when the viewer is done watching it. You want that top of mind awareness. So people just consider that brand when they're out and about in their everyday normal life. And the Super Bowl has that interruptive power.
John Laughlin is with us from Laughlin Constable. Can I ask you a general advertising question? You brought up Anheuser-Busch.
Yes.
So Anheuser-Busch, many would say, had a major misstep several years ago.
Yes.
When they kind of dove into I don't even know how to describe it, the transgender, the LGBTQ issue.
Yes.
The shares of their beer literally dropped. Less beer was sold. The boycott was somewhat effective. Now, their CEO comes out today and he says, you may have heard it because you were waiting when we went on the air, that he wants us to call it American beer, not domestic beer. And they're really doubling down on, we're an American company. We're all about America. Can you talk about the effectiveness and how they've tried to rebound?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's about, I don't know why he's taking that conversation in that way with American beer. Everyone knows Budweiser is an American beer. To me, it's similar to the comment about the transgender influencer, right? It's a wormhole, and people went in that wormhole, and calling it an American beer, I think that's a wormhole as well.
Could it backfire?
I don't think it's going to backfire. I just think it's Budweiser. Like, just be Budweiser, you know, and everyone knows what it is. It's synonymous. Be proud of that name. And I think Budweiser will be in great shape. I don't think it's going to backfire. I just think it's a bit of a distraction from what Budweiser really should focus on. Great tasting, affordable beer.
Are there any other commercials that you can play, John?
The only other ones I have don't have really good audio. So here, do you know the Little Caesars commercial? You familiar with this one?
This is another
set it
trend.
Up for me a little bit. Tell us about the commercial, and then I'll try to play some of it.
Sure. So one thing I noticed in trends is that there's 3 separate brands this year that have taken some sort of human body feature and have brought it to life.
Oh, yeah.
So like with Little Caesars, it's Eugene Levy's eyebrows. There's a Coffee Mate ad where like a tongue comes to life. And then Pringles, like Nick Offerman's mustache comes to life. So, and it almost looks just like Eugene Levy's eyebrows. So it's just fascinating to me that these 3 brands that did not talk all have like this similar kind of idea that all 3 are going to be playing at the Super Bowl. So with this Little Caesars spot, Eugene Levy's walking around and his eyebrows sort of come to life and flutter all about as he's enjoying Little Caesars pizza.
So imagine that picture. Here's kind of what it sounds like.
All right, Little Caesars Crazy Puffs.
That's him.
Whoa.
Now his eyebrows are fluttering off of his face.
Like a little butterfly.
They're like flying away.
Is this little Becky?
They land on the baby.
Yeah, scare everybody. The baby mustache, the Fu Manchu baby mustache. Yeah.
My dad's eating Crazy Puffs again. Don't ask.
Whoa. Have you tried the new bacon ones? There are bacon ones?
So this is interesting because, to your point, all these little body parts are in 3 different products. Is this a coincidence?
Yeah, I think so.
It's so weird.
I know.
Or the same ad agency that gave the same idea.
Because they're not owned by the same company.
I don't think they're the same ad agency. I think it's just this random force of nature and creativity. And, you know, you take 2 people with prominent, facial hair feature or prominent hair features, and Eugene Levy and Nick Offerman. It's like, what is going on?
So when do you go to the bathroom during the game?
Well,
during the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. I try to wait for those, challenges.
He threw the flag, and everybody in the house runs for the bathroom.
Yeah, when Patrick Mahomes is flailing out of bounds, that's when I try to go.
That's a really good strategy. I'm going to have to steal that. John Laughlin is the Chief Creative Officer at Laughlin Constable. I think you're out of Chicago, right?
Yeah, I live just on the border.
Here.
Yeah, my pleasure. This is easy. This is great.
Really, really fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk to your brother and give him a hard time on Monday.
Yeah, you have like a Laughlin sandwich where we're the bread and Super Bowl's the meat.
That's good.
Enjoy.
That's pretty good. A Laughlin sandwich.
Yeah.
John, thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much, guys.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Sit Means Sit dog training. They are the real deal. Check them out today. Bella and Baxter have gone to Sit Means Sit, and they're better dogs because